Press pause, put the controller down. It's time to talk about the gaming industry. My name is TJ Leah.
And I'm Andrew.
And this is episode 73 of Press Pause, a gaming podcast. How are you, my friend?
I'm tired.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I feel you. I feel you.
You probably don't feel the exact reason why I'm tired. It's been a madhouse at my building this week. Multiple neighbors have been kind of having meltdowns. So
meltdowns?
Yeah.
Like mental breakdowns, or just like they're causing problems?
Exactly, but there have been multiple screaming matches from multiple neighbors near me.
Oh my god.
With other people in their households, and it's
that time of year. People argue at this time of year, man. I don't know. It's when the finances get tight because you're buying shit, and and then you got the depressing darkness. It's just the worst time of the year. It really is.
I hope that's all it is, because some of it sounded pretty worrying from what I could make out. This is not me listening in at the door. This is them being loud enough that it's coming through my walls pretty audibly.
Oh, like your direct neighbors.
Yeah. Like I can hear it through my headphones.
Jesus.
Yeah.
How good is your landlord? Is there somebody there you can be like, can you go check on these people?
I don't even know who I would contact about that. My building is managed by some management company.
So you don't have like a superintendent or anything like that?
I don't think so. At least
wow.
not anybody that I've met.
Wow, that's scary.
When it was the previous owners of the building, but ever since they sold it to some company, I've known.
Interesting. Well, but on the other hand, I am very excited about today's show because there's a lot to talk about. And I've been keeping it all in so I can talk about it for the first time on the show. And lots to get through. So let's jump into housekeeping and corrections. Hi, Dante. As always, we're on YouTube Music. If you want the audio-only edition of the show, it's available there. Don't forget to join the Co-op Club Discord community server. Link is in the description. Patreon.com/co-op entertainment. If you want to throw us a few bucks to help support the channel. Our top 50 N64 and PlayStation 1 games is live. Both parts, part 1 and part 2, are live on the YouTube channel. Make sure to check that out. That was a lot of fun to produce. And I can't wait for the next gen, whenever we end up doing that. Several months from now, probably.
It's a shame that I didn't play one of the things I played this week sooner, because we could have had one Saturn game on there. I could have made one contribution to that.
Yeah, and I've been doing some like future proofing thought processing on the future top 50 lists, because I'm thinking I haven't made any decisions yet, and some of these are going to be years away. But like I'm thinking about the PS4 and then PS5 generations, and I'm like, I feel like I'm probably going to combine them into a top 100 because they're so cross-gen that I just don't think I would be able to come up with a top 50 PS5 list.
And also, everything's on everything.
Yeah, so it's just like that. These the PS4 PS5 generation of time has been such a super generation instead of there was no fine line, and it might be that way moving forward. So I don't know what that means. We'll
until there's some monumental leap, every game becomes VR, and VR is just easy to do and perfect and works fine. Yeah, until the holodeck comes along.
Until the holodeck,
I imagine it'll probably be like that.
Yeah, which is very disappointing. But because I used to like the big gaps between generations. It was a lot easier.
It was fun to see how things would suddenly leap forward.
Yeah, I mean, not to say that there wasn't a leap forward on the PS5 generation. There was. It just wasn't the substantial leap that we normally get. The leap that we got with that generation was load times. That's the leap we got. I was watching Angry Joe. Have you ever watched Angry Joe before on YouTube?
I know of Angry Joe.
You know
but I
of
never
Angry
really
Joe.
Yeah.
He's hilarious. But I was catching up on some of his videos because I drift in and out, and I haven't watched him in like 4 years, and he was still going. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna catch up on some of his funnier videos, and was watching like the worst, his top 10 worst games of each year when he goes on his angry rants. Um, and where was I going with this? I got sidetracked in my head. He talks about Madden a lot, about how bad that game is. Shit, where was I going with this?
Something about PS4, PS5 stuff.
Oh yeah, he was doing like direct comparisons in some of his games for like the PS4 load times versus the PS5 load times. And like there was this one game he was playing with the two versions side by side, and the PS4 version took like 57 seconds to load this one scene, and the other one took, and then the PS5 version took 7 seconds, and it was like, holy shit, man! You know, you take for granted SSDs already, just because of how fast they go. You go back to that generation, and you're just like, holy load times. You know, when the generation started, they said no more load times, which is complete shit.
Yeah, I mean, there's always going to be some loading. Like the data doesn't just suddenly exist in the console's memory.
Yeah, but
it's whether or not it interrupts the flow of just everything.
And it does on some games still, but for the most part, it's like
but it's like also like even then it's way faster.
Oh yeah, it's like a 90% increase in speed, so it's it's fantastic. But yeah, so I'm thinking about that, and I'm thinking about like where do I put the Wii U? You know, because it's like I can't put the Wii U with the PS4 generation if I'm gonna end up doing a Super generation. So I think I might merge the Wii U with the Wii generation because it was so short anyway. I don't know. There's a lot of things that I need to like think about when I make those future ones. But the next two generations are simple. You know, the GameCube, Xbox, PS2, Dreamcast era. And then the PS3, 360. I guess it would be Wii U, and that one. If I end up doing that, yeah.
I mean, most of the Wii U stuff that wasn't like exclusive to it was ports from, years old ports of like Call of Duty games. And stuff.
Yeah. It was not a great system, and then a lot of Wii U games ended up being ported to the Switch. Not all of them, but quite a few of them. So yeah, I think that's probably what I'm going to do. But we'll see when we get there. And then finally, as a reminder, the 14 days of Press Pause Plays. We will kick off the day after our final Press Pause episode. So next Tuesday, there will be a new game played each day, every weekday, for 14 days until we return. So make sure you check that out. I've had a lot of fun replaying some of these games and going down memory lane. It's been fun. There's been a couple where I'm like, I'm feeling the pull to play this again, but there's just so much to play. So I gotta resist the urge to replay stuff. All right, that's it for housekeeping. Do you have any corrections?
There is one thing, but I'm sure we'll get to it in the news.
Oh, okay. All right then, let's get into what we're playing. I, for the first time in the history of Press Pause, a gaming podcast, have nothing to talk about. I know.
Wow.
I know, it's crazy. That's how busy I've been. I've toyed around with a few things, but nothing that I can substantially...
Nothing long enough to really say anything about them?
No, like I played like the Super Meat Boy 3D demo. I played a little bit more of Final Fantasy 12, but like nothing worth talking about. Like, this is all I would say about Super Meat Boy 3D. It's Super Meat Boy in 3D. It's literally what it is. So it's like if you've played the first game, you know exactly what to expect, just in 3D. Yeah, I played a little bit more Clover Pit. Mafia continues to sit there. I really got to get to that before I have to take it back.
Yeah, you basically just continued to play stuff that you played before.
Most of what I've played was for the 14 days. So, yeah, I just don't really have anything. So,
Whereas I played a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, you got a bunch of stuff to talk about. So,
Yeah, and even more stuff than I told you about because then I played some more stuff and didn't have time to update you on it.
oh, well, that's fair. That's fair.
um,
But you got three to talk about.
well, I got three to talk about, and I got another one to mention. So I'll just get through that one quickly because
Okay.
it's probably the one that I've spent the least time with. Um, so like I said, I had kind of a stressed out week, and so I didn't want to get into anything like
Deep.
long and deep that would get interrupted
That's
by
what she said.
another argument bleeding through the walls. So I decided I would just play like quick arcadey stuff. Um, most of which I either only played minutes of or just never. And the first thing I actually played was a game that you have repeatedly praised on the show, which was Future Cop LAPD.
Oh,
Yep,
buddy.
I gave it a try. I've only played it for a little bit. I haven't even finished the first level. Um,
Well, remember, I
uh,
did not specifically recommend the campaign.
yeah,
I couldn't have cared less about the campaign. It was all about that multiplayer.
yeah, but
Um,
obviously that's not an option for me because I'm
you can play against
here alone.
the piece AI.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Okay, well then I'll have to investigate that.
Yes.
But I played it. I played it for like 20 minutes, half an hour, and I was like, okay, I see why he likes this. This
Oh,
is cool.
yay!
Um, it's controls could be a little bit better.
They're a little tanky.
Um, they're a little tanky. They also like sometimes when I'm trying to strafe, it's like the walker gets hung up for a moment before it responds.
Mm, mm,
Um,
mm.
and I don't know if that's just like an animation thing, like it doesn't, quit out of one animation to go straight into the next or what. But like I could work around that. Also, it's a game from the 90s. Like they're not all gonna be perfect.
Yeah.
My one complaint is that this game would have really benefited from dual analog controls, like one to control the camera and turning and one to move, and that's not what it does. And that's a fair criticism to make because this is a game that is a post DualShock release. In fact, if you
Mm,
go into the control configuration menu, the controller they show is a DualShock controller. And you
mm.
can use the left stick to move around, which is nice because you can go slow or fast instead of just full speed. That's really good for when you're using like the hover mode.
Yeah.
Um, but man, it would have been nice to be able to turn or even tilt the camera freely to
Hmm.
see what's coming because it's mostly overhead. Which I mean, it zooms out far enough that you can see mostly what you're going to be shooting at, but there's a few instances where it's not helpful.
Hmm.
But yeah, I'm gonna have to play more of that to like because like I just got the barest of introductions to it, so
Gotcha. Yeah.
need to spend more time with it. But it was fun. I liked what I played.
Yeah. Like I said, the
Um,
campaign, eh, it's fine, but
yeah.
the multiplayer MOBA thing, I don't know what it is about it. It's so good. It's so fun.
Okay. So as for the other stuff and the stuff that I actually mostly completed, first thing I played was a game called Truxton,
I've got that
and
here.
this is something I had in my Steam library but never really played. This is from the same company that made Zero Wing, which is that game that's infamous for the "all your base are belong to
Oh
us"
yeah.
crappy translation.
Hmm.
They put that out on Steam, and it was bundled with a few other games. I got it for Zero Wing, of course, because why wouldn't I? But then I just had these other ones hanging around in my Steam library, and I knew that they were arcade games, so I was like, yeah, sure, I'll install them and see what's up. I played Truxton, and it was actually kind of fun. I was surprised. I was having a good time with it. It's not anything special. It's a top-down shoot 'em up, and I've said on this show before that I'm terrible at these games, and that mostly continues to be true. But this one isn't super hard.
Okay.
Um, I do find that the hitbox on the ship is maybe I wouldn't say that it's too big, but it's bigger than I expected it to be.
Mm.
Because a lot of the times the hitbox is teeny, teeny, tiny. This it is actually the size of the ship. So I'm used to these games having extremely forgiving hitboxes, and this is one where it's like, no, it is actually what you see is what you get. If a shot grazes you, it will destroy you because the hitbox is the size of your ship, which is fair.
Yeah.
It's just not what I was expecting. But these emulated versions, they very generously come with a like a slowdown button that you can pull, which is nice because sometimes it gets hard to tell your shots from the enemy shots when a lot of them are the same color. I'm not going to really hold that against the game though, because the era that it's from. There's a limitation in how many colors you can have, and whatever.
It looks pretty good though.
Yeah, it looks really nice. It plays pretty good. The weapons are, I mean, they're pretty standard. You got your spread shot. You got this electro thing which homes in on large enemies and is just a straight beam for everything else. Pretty straightforward stuff, but competently made. It also does not have a thing that I hate in shoot 'em ups, which is scenery that you can crash into. Because it's not always obvious what is background scenery and what is obstacle scenery, and it's all just background scenery in this.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Plus, I feel like when you're asking me, like when the entire game is about dodging enemies and their projectiles, I ought to have the entire screen to move around in.
Yeah,
like you
it's
can see
a
here,
little annoying.
it's just over top of the level, set dressing rather than crashing into it because it's all beneath you, I guess.
Yeah.
So that was nice. Not very long game. I mean, it's an arcade game.
Yeah.
It takes like 30 minutes or whatever to get through. But yeah, it's fun.
Sweet. Looks good.
So that brings me to my next one, which is called Outzone, and this is one that I had zero knowledge of. I couldn't even remember what it was called. I was like,
Ooh.
I was looking through the titles that I got in this bundle. They're all listed separately in the library, and I was like, wasn't there? There's 4 of them, right? Because I did briefly play another one called Twin Cobra, and I played that for a few minutes. And I was like, okay, whatever. It's another shoot 'em up, but you're a helicopter, and it's not as good as Truxton. So I didn't spend too much time with it.
Is Bitwave the developer, or is that
Bitwave is the company that's handling the re-release of this?
Oh, okay.
Plan is long out of business.
Right.
Their assets are held by somebody else now. I think it's actually Embracer Group that has them now.
Not shocking. They own
Not shocking at all.
A million IP.
Yeah. But yeah, Bitwave is handling these, and they're nice. Like, this is really nice emulation. They come with their own. I don't know if it's like based on MAME or if it's just something completely original or what. But it has a whole lot of settings. Like I said, it's got like the slowdown and even a rewind function, and it's got all kinds of like screen settings for borders and filters and stuff. It's pretty robust. I liked it a lot.
See, this is what I'm talking about when people shit all over Embracer without really doing any research, because like they're doing good stuff. They're not this evil they kind of are an evil corporate overlord.
They kind of are. Well, it's not that they're doing anything actively evil. It's that if they turn evil, if they actively do evil things, which they could do at any moment, because being evil is usually cheaper than being good, it would mean they'd be fucking over all these companies that they own.
Yeah.
It would be making a lot of things more difficult to enjoy.
Yeah, and I'm not saying they're a saint by any stretch of the imagination, but this game never would have seen the light of existence if Embracer didn't come around and be like, yeah, we're putting out all our shit. Well,
I don't know how long they've held on to this. I don't know the full story. I just know that they're currently owned by Embracer.
Right.
But and these came out a few years ago. So, but who knows? Embracer's been around for a while.
Yes.
So I don't know about any of that. But anyway, as for Outzone, I found a game in my Steam library that I didn't recognize the name, and I was like, oh, that looks kind of like the name that a Japanese developer would give to an arcade game in the 80s. And so I installed it, and sure enough, it was the one. And I was surprised to find that it was not a space shooter. It is, well, I mean, you can see, it's basically Ikari Warriors.
I was going to say.
Ikari Warriors wasn't, like,
terrible,
slow and kind of boring.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one was a lot of fun. And it has an interesting mechanic, which is, I guess not that interesting, but the way it's framed is interesting. There's a time mechanic. You have to go. But it's not a timer. It's an energy bar. You can kind of see it. It's the blue bar underneath player one. So the character in the game is a cyborg super soldier, who's been deployed to, go in behind enemy lines and fuck shit up. Um, but you have energy. Your cyborg parts have batteries, and the energy is drained pretty quickly because you're, being a badass wielding three guns with two hands. Apparently, you saw the triple
Yeah.
shot, even though he's only holding two guns. So I don't know where that third one's coming
Maybe he's
from. I
just
can
doing this
speculate.
really quickly. You
I
just can't
mean,
see him.
maybe like super fast, so fast that the refresh rate can't pick it up.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, I like that explanation better than mine. It involved him holding it in a different place. Anyway, so you gotta keep your battery topped up, and so like I said, it basically serves as a timer mechanic because it ticks down at a steady rate whether you're doing anything or not. So you got to find energy pickups, and I will say it is. I mean, realistically, what it is it's a way to make players rush so that they're sloppier and die more and put more quarters in the machine. Obviously, that's not a concern anymore because this is an emulated version with unlimited continues. But I will say, as long as you don't dick around, it is actually a pretty generous time limit. You do not need to like go insane as long like again as long as you're not messing around, and since there isn't really like much in the way of exploration in this game, it's just move forward. Just keep going and you'll keep picking up energy. Um and yeah, it's just fun. Like it's like playing one of the special top down stages from Super C on the
I
NES,
was
but
gonna
with way
say,
better graphics.
yeah, it looks. That's what I
Yeah,
was
and,
gonna compare it
and
to.
one of the interesting mechanics is you can see it right here is that when you have the triple shot, you can only shoot straight ahead. You could
Mm.
strafe, but when you have the single line shot, you can actually turn in eight directions.
Mm.
And that at first, the triple shot seems like the way to go, but then as the levels progress, they start having more maze-like layouts, and enemies will be around corners. And if you can only shoot straight ahead, you
Mm.
can't shoot the guys who are going to come out from the sides. So it
Like
behooves
that
you
one
to
right there.
like exactly right there. Yeah,
Mm.
that was perfectly timed. So it behooves you to swap weapons frequently, and they give you the opportunity to swap frequently. There's weapon swap pickups constantly, or play with a second player. There's also a flamethrower weapon that you can get later in the game, which is really powerful, but has pretty limited range, which is usually how that stuff works. I only find it really useful for boss fights, so I don't use it that much. There's also it's like a ball and chain thing. You only get this in like the last level, but it goes through walls and it also goes around you in 360 degrees. So you could just basically walk through and just spin this thing around over your head and kill everything. And when you let it go, an energy ball goes forward. And also, if you look carefully, you'll see there's like a spaceship in it, which I assume is something from one of their other games. Because at one point, um, I must have picked up a power up without noticing amidst all the gunfire and explosions. But I got a little buddy that sort of followed me around and was shooting enemies for me,
Mm.
and it was the ship from Truxton.
Oh,
Just just kind of floating by me, taking shots and stuff. I was like, "Oh, hey.
like a little mini one.
Cool."
That's cool.
Yeah. Actually, no, it was full sized actually. But
Holy
it's
shit.
full size as the game's graphics, so it was about the same size as the character. Like it's literally just the exact same pixel graphic pulled from Truxton,
Oh,
but
I
now
see.
the scale is different. So
Gotcha.
now it looks like a little tiny version of the ship when it's just the
Yeah,
same graphic.
that's
Um,
funny.
so yeah, again, it took me 30 to 45 minutes to get through this one. Not super long, but really fun. So if you wanted to play something like Ikari Warriors but better,
That's the one to
I
get.
heartily recommend Outzone. I was really surprised. It was really good.
Sweet.
And then the last one I played, which was another arcade game, although I played the Saturn version, is Radiant Silver Gun. Now I had played this very briefly when it came out on Xbox Live Arcade, like fucking 15 years ago or whenever. And it was complex and I
Whoa.
couldn't wrap my head around it. But I decided to take another crack at it, and boy am I glad that I did. because this one is nuts. And in some ways, I like it more than Ikaruga.
Wow.
I like Ikaruga a lot. Um, this game is way more complex than Ikaruga, and I can see why they decided to simplify it for that game. To that we had our crazy one, now we'll have sort of our Zen one. So the gimmick with this game is that you don't pick up weapons; you just have all of the weapons, and they're assigned to different buttons. So you've got straightforward shots, like right there. You've got a version of that that shoots one shot forward and a bunch of them backwards for when enemies get behind you. You've got bombs that shoot off to the side, which you're just seeing there. Yeah, there you go again. There's the sword move there. That's actually, you have a sword that spins around you, and then sort of trails your ship in the opposite direction of where you're moving. But if you cancel out enough of those pink shots with it, it charges up the super sword attack, which was the big polygon one that you saw, where just the two of them come up and
It's like a
they
clap.
just slash like that. Yeah, you're also invincible while you do that. There are homing shot. There's actually a few kinds of homing shots. There's the green homing shots, which are just two shots that come out rapid fire. They're weaker, but they seek out enemies. There's the circular homing shots, which have these targeting crosshairs that orbit you, and anything they touch, they lock onto and fire missiles at. And then there's like an electric arc where these lines come out and they trace along the screen, and as soon as they touch something, they start sending electricity into it, which is nice because it can actually hit through walls where the rest of your weapons can't. So you've got a lot. You've got a lot in your arsenal that is always just a button touch away. You don't even need to switch between them. It's literally just push the button.
Hmm.
And what that means is that rather than relying on pickups and power-ups to get through the game, it's more about figuring out
What weapons to use when.
what weapons to use in which situations. That's where the challenge of the game is. And at first,
cool.
you know what? It's really overwhelming.
Yeah, it's a lot to pick from.
Yeah, once you start to get a feeling for the weapons, it starts to make a lot of sense, and it kind of becomes second nature. Oh, it's time to use this, time to use this, time to use this. And you're using a lot of stuff in conjunction. Like this boss right here, there's a thing in front of it that blocks your shots. So I would use certain weapons when I could get around the side, and then when I couldn't, I would use like the homing missiles or the electricity or whatever to get through or to get around that thing in the front that shields it. It's pretty fun. I haven't finished it yet because it's also, I mean, it's pretty challenging. This game, unfortunately, is one that has terrain that you can collide into, and 90% of my deaths happen in areas where you have to dodge through really narrow terrain. I was surprised. I started to get really good at this really fast. Although that's probably because this is a game where your hitbox is absolutely teeny tiny. There have been times where I've looked at the game and gone, "Oh, that's bullshit." Except what I was talking about is
you should have died.
That I didn't get hit. I was like, "No. The game absolutely should have killed me there. That was bullshit. I should be dead right now."
That's awesome.
Yeah, which is, it's kind of fun. But then I guess the counterpoint to that is they throw all these areas where you have to go through really narrow spaces. Like this is one of them where the boss has those energy fields and it's moving and changing shape. And but other than that, like as long as you can get past those humps without dying too many times. I do have you can go to the menu and like crank up the number of lives and continues you have, and I have done that, and that's the only reason I've ever gotten as far as I have. Because while I've gotten better at the game than when I started, I have not mastered it.
It's still balls hard.
Yeah, the zigzagging through the narrow passage hit me every time. Yeah. But yeah, man, I've been having fun with this one. I've
heard
really
of this
good.
one. The other two I hadn't heard of, but I've heard of this one.
Yeah. This one was exclusive to Japan originally, but they, like I said, they did bring it out on Xbox Live Arcade.
That's probably where I heard it.
Yeah. And it was billed as, hey, this is the predecessor to Ikaruga, because Ikaruga was very successful, very critically acclaimed, and so it was like, oh, we should bring out the game that immediately preceded it.
Yeah.
Which is a good decision. like I said, the home version was originally on the Saturn, but it was then on the 360, and now you can get it on Steam.
Well, there you
So,
go. The ship kind of looks like a
uh,
controller.
yeah, I actually noticed that. I was playing it with the
Two
360 or
thumbsticks.
on the 360 with the Xbox One controller, and I looked down and I was like, wait a minute. But this precedes that, so it can't be an intentional
No,
reference.
no,
You
definitely
know,
not.
it's just a coincidence.
Yep.
But
Cool.
yeah, this one's pretty cool. I like it a lot, and I look forward to playing more of it and getting destroyed, but having fun while doing it.
Sweet. All right.
And that is mostly what I played. The other thing we both played a little bit of, and we'll talk about it in the news because it's relevant to the news.
Exactly. Yeah. All right. Let's move on to the Metacritic check-in.
Hmm.
Ba-da-bum-bum-ba.
Bow, bow, bow.
That's where I
Well, that
went.
was a good one.
Yeah. Well, we only got 2 games. As we know, at this point in the year,
Yeah,
things start to slow down on releases. So, yeah, we only
yeah.
got 2.
We're
Um,
past November, which is where the
the
pre-holiday
majority.
sales dump usually is.
Yeah. So first up, we've got Skate Story, which is not all this footage.
Yeah, they got footage of a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, there we go. It's that game. It is on PC. I think it's also on PlayStation and Xbox, if I'm not mistaken. Early reviews are pretty positive. Critically, it's sitting at an 87.
I saw
87.
John Linneman from Digital Foundry talking about this one on social media. He sounded like he was having a good time with it.
Yeah, yeah. I guess it's like it's a skateboarding game mixed with like an exploration sci-fi weird thing. And I guess it's
Mhm.
got pretty good story, which is crazy.
Which is interesting.
Yeah. Uh, User score is a little lower, but it's early, 74. Let me see if I can
Yeah.
find out what they were complaining about. They're not written, so I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
It's that early. It's that early. It looks very unique, though.
Yeah,
Uh,
it looks interesting.
yep.
What was that?
And
What was that? There was a video game that had like a sci-fi story, but it was a snowboarding game. I think it was on the GameCube and the PS2 and the Xbox.
sci-fi
What was that called?
snowboarding game.
Yeah, I know that it's not Project Snowblind because that's just a first-person shooter. But I can't fucking remember what it was called.
Mm,
It's just kind of makes me think of that.
Dark Summit.
Dark Summit. Yeah, that was it. What a weird premise for a game.
Yeah, it looks like it was on PS2, GameCube, Xbox, 2001 from
Yeah.
THQ. Yeah, radical.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a weird one. That was a weird one. The only other game on the Metacritic check-in is very early. In fact, I don't even have any footage. Why are we seeing John Wick? I don't know. I don't want to get copyright
And
struck.
Top Gun and Rambo.
Good lord.
Mm.
Is Terminator 2D.
Somebody in the comments are going to get at me for calling it Rambo instead of First Blood.
Does this review show anything other than other games? Fuck me. Oh my god. That was Stanley Parable and like Bastion or something. Why are they showing that?
Well, I mean, I'm sure they're making a comparison to it and just showing it, so it's like, hey,
Oh, I
remember
know.
this one? This is what we're talking about.
It's just weird.
For our purposes, not
You're
very
comparing
helpful.
Skate Story to like all that? That's a lot of comparisons. Holy shit.
Dude, I'd play a skateboarding game set during First Blood, small town, post Vietnam War, while John Rambo goes nuts.
He's just in the background.
He's just in the background blowing up the gas station or whatever.
There you go. Don't give him any ideas.
Knocking a guy out of a helicopter by accident. He didn't even hit the guy. He hit like the windshield of the helicopter with a rock. It was actually the pilot's fault for swerving.
He did.
Yeah, shouldn't have been shooting at him.
Nope. Don't shoot at Rambo. It's not good. It's not a good idea. Don't do that. I think I only saw the first one.
Yeah, the other ones are nothing like it. You know how people talk about going Rambo and it's like, oh, super hyper violent. That's describing the other movies, because in the first movie, like he doesn't kill anybody. He barely even shoots a gun. I think he shoots like I said, I think he shoots a gun like at the end of the movie, and that's what
So he just survives basically.
Yeah, he's just a dude who's drifter he's homeless after coming home from Vietnam, and everybody hates him because he was in Vietnam. It's like, oh, we don't like the Vietnam War, which understandable. The Vietnam War was shitty, but
Yeah, fair enough.
blame that on the government, not on the soldiers.
Yeah. Now we're seeing footage of like every other skate game.
Yep.
All right. The only other game I don't have footage of because it's that early on reviews. Like, I couldn't find any reviews that I would be comfortable using as footage, which is Terminator 2D, No Fate.
Oh yeah,
Sitting at a 78. This was the full priced,
the full
Contra
price
like
Super Nintendo style game, which I'm kind of like,
My assumption is that they had to pay an arm and a leg for the license, and that's why it cost so much.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for the Metacritic check-in.
Oh, get the last little sting at the end.
Gotta do it. So obviously there's a lot of announcements and stuff to get to, but before we get to the Game Awards, we're going to get to the non-Game Awards news first. And as always, we start off with the sad news. Unfortunately,
the sad news being that I'm a year away from being 40.
That's very sad.
Because we're recording this on my 39th birthday.
You're 39 today?
Yeah.
Why do I always think your birthday's closer to Christmas? I don't know. Well, happy birthday, sir.
Thank you.
73rd episode for Andrew. Well, I'm sorry that you have to share a birthday with the passing of two people.
Oh dear.
The first is Jim Ward, who was the voice of Ratchet and Clank's Captain Quark, who we see here.
Oh no! Yeah. Oh, Jim, he's in a bunch of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he had a very long career in voiceover.
Yeah, he was 66. Jim Ward co-hosted a show, the Stephanie Miller Show, with Miller for 13 years until his departure in 2017. In 2021, it was revealed he had contracted a severe case of COVID-19 after being hospitalized for a mild cognitive memory issue. That's ironic. Jesus. Yeah. Which completely paralyzed him for 4 months. He then later developed Alzheimer's disease.
Oh no.
And it's for this reason that Ward was not featured in the new Ratchet and Clank game Rift Apart, which had Quark was a big part of that game. Ward was better known to gamers for lending his voice to a plethora of games from his debut in 1993's Spider-Man vs. the Kingpin. He not only starred in the Ratchet and Clank series, but also gave his voice to Krauser in the original Resident Evil 4, and Doctor in Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. Other video game credits include roles in Guild Wars 2, Diablo 3, Metal Gear Solid 3, EverQuest 2, Knights of the Old Republic, Call of Duty, and Dragon Age. His final game credit is 2022's Quake Champions. However, he also starred in numerous shows, including The Fairly Odd Parents and Ben 10, and has won a Daytime Emmy Award for Outstanding Performer in an Animated Program.
Like I said, very, very prolific voice actor.
Indeed.
That's a shame. I hadn't heard that.
Yeah. Well, like I said, sorry I have to be the bearer of the bad news on your birthday.
Well, it happens.
Indeed it does. Indeed it does. So R.I.P. Jim Ward, thank you for your contributions to the video game industry and elsewhere. Why do I look hunched? I gotta stop hunching. My back's been killing me this week. It's really just not good. And we have other sad news to get through as well. Another person passed away. This one's more video game adjacent, but I thought it was worth mentioning.
This one I do know about.
Yeah, Jeff Garcia, who played
he was Sheen in Jimmy Neutron. Yeah, I heard about this one.
He was also Pip in Barnyard, which I don't know that one. But he died at the age of 50. The 2000s voice actor's passing was confirmed by his son Joseph Garcia. TMZ reports that multiple family members were able to confirm Garcia was taken off of life support on Tuesday. He then passed surrounded by friends and family at a Southern California hospital earlier this morning as of this writing, which was the 10th, 2 days ago. TMZ says Garcia had been suffering from medical complications in the months leading up to his death, including a brain aneurysm in the spring and a stroke just a few weeks ago. The site's sources say the actor, who was also a comedian, was hospitalized on the 20th of November with pneumonia, but eventually recovered and was discharged. Monday, he returned to the hospital with difficulty breathing before suffering a collapsed lung on Tuesday. Yeesh. That's, so, I don't know. That sounds like something else was definitely going on there.
Yeah, something that just kind of spirals out of control.
Yeah. Garcia made a name for himself as one of the most familiar voices working in animation for younger viewers of the 2000s. He's likely best known for his role as Sheen, one of the two best friends to titular boy genius Jimmy Neutron in the classic Nickelodeon movie and the show that followed it. His role as the character was so popular that a spin-off titled Planet Sheen eventually arrived in the 2010s. Garcia's acting credits date back to the 90s, but it wasn't until the Jimmy Neutron movie arrived in 2001 that he started to become one of the most recognizable voices of that time. The star's time with Nickelodeon also saw him providing his talents to projects like Chalk Zone, Barnyard, and Back at the Barnyard, as well as a handful of spin-off video games. Garcia can also be heard in Happy Feet 1 and 2, Rio 1 and 2, The Proud Family, and more. So rest in peace, Jeff Garcia. Another great voice actor. Yeah, it sucks, especially that young. That's brutal. That's brutal. We're only 11 and 12 years away from that age. Yep. That's crazy.
Yep.
It's crazy. All right. Let's get into some controversial news, to say the least. And my assumption is that this is the one that you're probably referring to, but maybe other stuff. And that is Disney. Was this the one?
No, I was talking about Paramount.
Oh, I don't even have any of that in my news, so we'll have to go over that.
Oh, you don't?
I don't.
Paramount put in a competing bid for Warner Brothers.
Oh, yeah. I think it's just because it happened like the day that we recorded, or like the day after we recorded, or something like that. So I completely forgot that was a thing. Yeah, that's something. They haven't. We still don't know what's come of that yet. But
it does mean that our framing of it last week was slightly incorrect, because it sounded like Warner Brothers had acquired, or Netflix had acquired Warner Brothers, when it in fact is simply still an offer at this point. It's not set in stone.
Yeah, well, it's an offer that they tentatively accepted, I guess. But it hasn't been signed over yet, which is why when we were talking about it, we said the deal was supposed to close in Q3 of 2026, I think it was. And apparently, Paramount had already bid on Warner Brothers and lost to Netflix. So when they found out that Netflix...
broken.
Yeah, and then when Netflix outbid them, and they announced that outbidding, Paramount was like, well, fuck that. And then they raised the bid.
Another bid?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's essentially what happened.
Just a fucking dick measuring contest with these companies.
It really is. It really is. Or Paramount was so confident that they were going to get it that they lowballed them. And then they're like, wait a minute.
Yeah, that's also possible.
Who knows? But yeah, that's crazy. No, I thought you were going to be talking about this one. This one's... hopefully... Have you heard about this one? The Disney news?
No. I'm not sure what it is.
Strap yourself in. You're about to get pissed.
Okay. I actually have straps.
Okay. Strap yourself in, man.
Yep. Here, you can listen to the straps. Here, click in there.
Nope. I don't hear anything.
No? Okay.
No.
Well,
I believe you, though.
Strapped.
Okay. I trust you, because I don't want you to go flying off the handle. Because you're probably going to.
Yeah.
All right. Just with this first opening sentence, you will cringe and rage. Ready? Here we go. Disney has agreed to license 200 of its most beloved characters for use in Sora, the generative AI videos company, alongside a $1 billion investment in OpenAI.
For only... Oh my god. That's... How much are they getting out of this?
Well, let's continue to read here and find out how bad this goes. The 3-year deal will allow users to generate short-form videos featuring Disney icons such as Mickey Mouse, Pixar favorites such as Woody, Marvel heroes like Black Panther and Captain America, as well as Star Wars characters like Luke and Princess Leia. Disney and OpenAI's agreement includes a mention of, quote, shared commitment to the responsible use of AI that alone just makes me want to punch someone.
Oh, here's my question. How does Mark Hamill feel about that? Is he cool? Because his face is Luke Skywalker.
It's a good question. Disney and OpenAI's agreement includes the mention of shared commitment to the responsible use of AI that protects user safety and the rights of creators.
And what does that mean, protects user safety?
Who fucking knows, man? That's what I'm saying. And notably, Disney has said that all of its licensed characters will be animated, masked, or creatures with no talent, likeness, or voices. Okay.
So wait. Then how do you do Star? Is it just going to be like a cartoon Luke Skywalker?
It must be. It must be, because they're saying will be animated, masked, or creatures with no talent, likeness, or voices. There will also be age-appropriate policies and other reasonable controls.
Oh, those will be bypassed immediately.
Yeah, the parents will just sign them up. People
have figured out how to get porn out of every generative AI system, no matter how many restrictions are in place.
Yeah. After Sora and ChatGPT both gain the ability to generate it. Oh my god, I can't talk.
Well, they both had the ability to generate this stuff forever. It's just now that they're not going to get sued by Disney for doing it.
Yeah. After Sora and ChatGPT both gain the ability to generate AI content based on Disney characters in early 2026, curated selections of this AI-generated content will begin rolling out via Disney Plus. There's mention of other new experiences for Disney Plus subscribers generated by AI too, without any further detail other than they will provide innovative and creative ways to connect with Disney's stories and characters.
What that says to me is we're going to save everything that you generate, and if we like it, we're going to use it. We're not going to give you credit or pay you, which I mean they frankly shouldn't, because the people who generate it don't deserve any credit for that. But we are going to use it anyway.
Yeah.
So it's like here's a way that we can steal user generated content without it actually being user generated, because it's just a thing that somebody typed in and the computer did it. So it's like it's ethical stealing done through unethical stealing. There's layers here, but it sucks.
It's getting complicated.
Bottom line is that it sucks.
Yeah. The addition of user-generated content on Disney Plus was previously mentioned last month by Disney boss Bob Iger. Is that how you say his name? I
have no idea. Fuck him.
Who dubbed its rollout as the biggest and most significant change to Disney's streaming service since its launch.
You should call him Bob Igor. No,
sure.
You know what? That's offensive to Igor. He was a loyal lab assistant. I take that back. I just don't want you to pronounce his name correctly out of disrespect.
Okay, I'll call him Bob Iger.
Maybe not that. That's a little too close to another word that we don't. How about we just call him Douchey Bob?
Douche Bob. Technological this is a quote from Douche Bob. Quote, technological innovation has continually shaped the evolution of it. I'm not going to read this.
It's more corporate bullshit.
Corporate bullshit. Where we got? Okay. What's this? Back in October, the launch of OpenAI's Sora 2 saw it flooded with AI versions of Disney characters as well as Pokemon and other licensed properties until the platform belatedly began clamping down on copyright infringing material. Popular videos included examples of pop culture characters in X-Wings or holding lightsabers, something it seems we're now about to see a lot more of with Disney's seal of approval. Licensed characters set to be thrown into the generative AI algorithm include the following: Mickey, Minnie, Lilo, Stitch, Ariel, Belle, Beast, Cinderella, Baymax. Was that the Big Hero 6?
The fucking, he looks like the Michelin Man, but without any of the
he's the Marshmallow Man
between the air pockets. Yeah.
The paste off, what is it? The Puff, Marshmallow Puff Man or something like that?
Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Stay Puft, yeah. Simba, Mufasa, plus more from Encanto, Frozen, Inside Out, Moana, Monsters, Inc., Toy Story, Up, and Zootopia. Marvel and Lucasfilm characters are also included, such as Black Panther, Captain America, Deadpool, Groot, Iron Man, Loki, Thor, Thanos, Darth Vader, Han Solo, Luke Skywalker, Leia, the Mandalorian, Stormtroopers, and Yoda.
Interesting that they don't mention Spider-Man there.
Maybe it's because it's technically owned by Marvel, so they should be able to. Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because they have a deal with Sony, and so Sony has to approve it. I don't know.
But I find this kind of interesting, is that Disney is licensing out its characters to be used for this when so many of its characters come from the public domain. Like, they didn't invent Beauty and the Beast. That's a fairy tale that they adapted into a movie.
That's true.
They didn't invent Pocahontas. That was a real person.
It's also true. It's also very true.
Like, they so many of their movies are based off of public domain fairy tales and stuff, but like, don't use this. Now, obviously, I'm not, not a complete idiot. I know that the designs that they come up with for them are their intellectual property. So their interpretation of Aladdin is their property, even if the character of Aladdin is a public domain fairy tale. Also, Mickey Mouse is in the public domain now, or at least the original version of him,
Steamboat Willie.
Steamboat Willie is in the public domain. So, like, I kind of wonder if they took the deal so they could get some money out of that, because otherwise it's like Mickey Mouse in that original design is one of the things that you can ethically feed into generative AI, because it is now in the public domain and nobody owns it. So, like, anybody who could have made money off of it, like who had any part in its creation and stood to ethically make money off of it, is long dead. So it's like, I don't mind that much. I mean, I would prefer that nobody used generative AI, but if it must be used, if there's nothing I can do to stop people from using it, at least train it on public domain stuff, right? So in that regard, I'm like, it's not as bad as it could be. But yeah, they just said fucking Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia, so they've got to be only in cartoon form that are like not directly based on the likenesses,
which is really hard to do if you can't. You know what I mean? How is it? So I guess it's just the outfit. So it's like the Star Wars one.
Maybe the features are simplified enough that it's like you could be Mark Hamill, or it could just be anybody who looked like that in the 70s.
We'll see if Mark Hamill decides to get a lawsuit going. We'll see. Also, correction: Marvel doesn't own Spider-Man. Spider-Man is owned by Sony, and they're loaning it to Marvel. That's why.
Well, for the purposes of movies, they own Spider-Man.
That's a gray area because Sony makes its own Spider-Man movies too.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Is Sony outright purchased the rights to make films based on Spider-Man. It's provided that they continue to make them, because there's I forget what the concept is, but if a license goes unused for a certain amount of time, there's usually language in the contract that causes it to revert back to its original holder. Which is why they made those Amazing Spider-Man movies, by the way, was to keep the Spider-Man movie license.
Which I still say Amazing Spider-Man 2 is amazing. It's a great movie.
I didn't like it.
Oh, so good.
Like it. I like the first one just fine, but
first one's okay.
Yeah, when it comes to movies, Sony has a huge say in how Spider-Man is used. And if is Sora an image generator, or is it a video generator? Video. So maybe that's why Spider-Man wasn't named, because video might fall under. Depending on the contracts, might fall under.
Could be.
The domain of movies, because I don't know what Sony's contract with Marvel says. Like, does movies just mean feature films shown in theaters, or could it like extend to any video content? Like, what about television shows? What about?
I mean, if short films count,
then you would assume. Films count, then I would think
that that's got to be what it is.
10-second AI generated videos would count, right? So maybe that's why Spider-Man isn't specifically named.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, let's move on.
Yeah, fuck Disney, by the way, in general, but especially because of this.
Indeed. Oh, I can't believe this is even like a thing.
Yeah.
Just a day after Bethesda announced and launched The Elder Scrolls Skyrim on Nintendo Switch 2, fans report that the game has arrived with notable performance issues. A game
really?
that's fucking a decade
Skyrim
old.
Skyrim has bugs? Really?
No, performance issues. It doesn't even run properly.
Yeah, and this was a joke when it came out on the Switch.
This is unacceptable anymore.
This game still has bugs and problems. Yeah, now it's out on the Switch successor. It still has bugs and problems.
Yeah. So it's not just small complaints. This is a train wreck. So
yeah, I've heard
someone did an input lag test, and there's about 0.4 seconds of input lag.
Oh no, you can't do that.
Yeah. Yeah. So he took a picture of him moving his joystick to move, and did a timer for how long it took to like register
to respond on screen.
Yeah. And so the first frame of moving was at 5 seconds 0.196, and then on the first frame updating the screen to move, like from the point where he pushed the stick, 5 seconds 0.483. Yeah. So like a 0.4 second delay, basically.
That's completely unacceptable. Like, I would say that a 0.1 second delay is unacceptable.
And you know what makes it worse? Is that the game's also locked to 30 frames per second. And the Switch 2 port of Cyberpunk 2077 offers 40 frames per second.
Jesus Christ. So here's my question.
It's fucking atrocious.
There is a Switch 1 version of this. If you play the Switch 1 version on the Switch 2, do you get better performance? Because it sounds like you might.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Also, I mean, it still gets worse. The anniversary edition is being sold for $59.99 US. So this is like a full, like, it's a fucking 12-year-old, 14-year-old game, guys. Enough. And the upgrade fee from Switch to Switch 2 is $20.
That's ridiculous.
This is absurd. And then on top of all that,
oh my god.
Yeah, it still goes. On top of all that is the space. On PC, it's 25 gigabytes.
Well, the original version is 6 gigabytes.
This is the anniversary edition, so it's the one with all the
shit. So it's the upgraded next gen, quote unquote next gen version with all the expansions. Yeah. Well, I say next gen because it was last gen. It was the version that they released for PS4 and Xbox One.
It's almost 3 gens ago. This game, it's fucking just stupid. So 25 gigabytes on PC, 53 on Switch 2.
That makes no sense.
That doesn't make any sense.
Why is it twice as big? It's
unacceptable. It's unacceptable. This kind of shit just pisses me off. Where I'm just
this is why, and I learned this lesson many years ago. Never buy a Bethesda game on console, because it's never going to be the best version, because it's going to get like upgrades, and it's also going to be left up to the community to fix it, and that's not an easy thing to implement on console. Now, I will say they do have mods for Fallout 4, which is, that's cool on console. But the community patches are it's just a natural thing to implement them on PC. Just play them on PC. Just play them on PC. Why would you? I mean, the only reason, and like I could see buying a console version, ironically, is for the Switch, which is that it's portable. There's also the Steam Deck. Steam Deck runs it just fine.
Yeah, but a lot of people wouldn't want to buy a Steam Deck and a Switch. It's like, if you got one, you don't want the other. Yeah.
Yeah, but then the other thing is I already have the PC version of Skyrim, so I wouldn't buy the Switch version just to take it with me.
That's true. Yeah. So, there's that. Let's get into some
Skyrim.
Yeah. Let's get into
You
some.
remember how they used to port the original Resident Evil 4 to everything? And people were like, cool, I already have it, but it's nice that there's another place to play it. Every time they port Skyrim to something, it's like, why?
Yeah.
It's like, it's a complete opposite. Even though
You know
it's
why?
been.
Because people buy it still for some stupid reason.
Yeah.
Every time it's ported, they're like, I gotta get me some Skyrim. It's brutal. But yeah, let's get to some positive news. We've been on the downtrain. This one's good. So, following the cancellation of Perfect Dark and the dissolution of its dedicated studio, The Initiative, two of the project's leads have found a new home at Take-Two Interactive, and more specifically at 2K. As reported by Jason Schreier on BlueSky. Follow us on BlueSky. Perfect Dark studio head Daryl Gallagher and director Brian Horton have been hired at 2K to start a brand new studio. No details have yet emerged as to what the new studio will work on or if any other former Perfect Dark employees have joined them, but you can probably guarantee they probably are. Not saying the whole studio will be that in The Initiative, but I'm sure that they were like, hey, I'm starting up a new studio, guys. So you still looking for a job?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
With a combined 6 decades of AAA game-making experience across franchises like Tomb Raider, Call of Duty, Destiny, Spider-Man, Hitman, Deus Ex, and more, we're thrilled to confirm Daryl Gallagher and Brian Horton have joined the 2K team for their next all-new venture. We don't have additional details to share at this time, but look forward to sharing updates on their work in the future. So congratulations to them, and congratulations to anybody who landed on their feet at the new studio, and good luck.
Yeah.
Hopefully you'll make something great.
Yeah, that won't get canceled.
It won't get canceled. Yeah. 2K's pretty good.
They're not perfect, but they're not being a Microsoft at the moment.
They're not Microsoft, they're not EA, they're not
it's
Ubisoft.
A safer bet.
So, yeah. They're safer for sure.
There's no such thing as a safe bet in this business, only safer bets.
Agreed. And that's it for the normal news, except for the normal stuff we do at the end, which is the PlayStation Plus game catalog update for December 2025. Includes the following games for extra and premium members: Assassin's Creed Mirage, Wolong Fallen Dynasty, Skate Story, that's the one we talked about in the Metacritic Check-In, Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, Planet Coaster 2, Cat Quest 3, what we're seeing on screen right now, which is Lego Horizon Adventures, which
actually
is
that reminds me, because we're watching Lego Horizon. Apparently, Tencent has agreed to stop promoting Light of Motiram for a brief time as part of the ongoing court case.
Oh yeah.
That's all. That's the only development, which is why I didn't send you and say, "Hey, check this out." But that is moving forward step by step, and that was the latest step to happen.
Absolutely. I do find it weird that it's in the game catalog, this game, because it's also in the essential catalog, which is the game where you get the game for free forever. So why is it in both?
It's I don't know.
A little weird. And then a couple of Paw Patrol games. Yay. And then premium only Soul Calibur 3 is joining the premium lineup. That's it.
Yeah. The only Soul Calibur game I ever cared about was 2 because you could play as Link in the GameCube version, which is also the only version that anybody cared about because your choices on the PS2 were Heihachi from Tekken, who does not use a weapon, and on the Xbox, Spawn for some reason, not Master Chief, or the Arbiter, but Spawn, which I mean is fine, but
very strange.
Kind of an unexpected choice. But it's not Link, right?
No, it's no Link. That's for sure.
Yeah. And Link is also the only character that's omitted from the HD re-release.
Of course he is.
Because Nintendo didn't want to have him on other platforms.
Of course.
Which is kind of a dick move, but not maybe super dickish.
It's kind of dickish.
Nintendo. It's a little dickish.
It's a little dickish.
They should have put, what they should have done? They should have put out Soul Calibur 2 HD on a Nintendo platform. So the Link could have been in there. On the Nintendo version.
Yeah. Maybe they will one day.
Oh, I doubt it. That game, Soul Calibur 2 HD came out like a decade ago.
Yeah, but they have Nintendo Online, so they can put shit on there all the time.
Oh, that's right. That's right. They might do that.
Yeah. All right, let's get into the Game Awards. There's tons to talk about here. So what we're going to do is we're going to knock out all the awards first, and then we're going to get to everything that was announced at the show. Obviously, I'm going to skip some of these awards because some of them are just not our bag.
Yeah. So I heard that they trotted out Miss Piggy.
Yeah, why don't we do that? So you didn't watch the show; you just watch all the trailers.
No, can I just say, like, Miss Piggy, you're a classier girl than that. You don't need to slum it with Jeff Keighley.
So, for reasons that I don't know, there's always a Muppets thing that goes on at the Game Awards. Yeah. Last year it was the two old guys. Remember the two old guys?
Yeah, Waldorf Statler.
Yeah. So they always have a Muppets thing. I don't know whether that's like a Disney paid, sponsorship or what that is, but yeah, Miss Piggy and the dog were there. Whatever the dog's name is.
The dog thing.
Rolf or something. Yeah. But yeah, overall show thoughts I'll give since I watched the show live. I even watched the pre-show. So without getting into specifics, because we'll get into that in a bit. But overall show thoughts. I thought it was maybe their best show they've ever done. I think they've learned a lot from previous years of cringe and nonsense and tone deafness, I guess is the best way of putting it. With that being said, it was not perfect. There was still some cringe. There was still some tone deafness, but it wasn't Jeff's fault this time. It was individuals' fault, I think, or writers' fault. So like there was some... So everything that Jeff said pretty much landed the way it was meant to. But on the pre-show, there was a lady... I apologize, I don't remember her name. She was the host of the pre-show. Sometimes it was Kyle Bossman, but this year it was this girl. I think she does it normally. But her jokes didn't land at all. They were terrible. They were absolutely terrible. There was a game that was shown, and then when they came back and segued to her doing whatever she was going to do next, she said something along the lines of, "That looked awesome, and if you don't like it, maybe the problem's you." It's like, and there was just dead silence in the theater. It's like, stuff like that. So jokes that just don't land, and it's like, you don't need to make jokes every time. You can just be cool.
Yeah.
You
can just say, "Hey, that looks cool. I'm excited." Or you can lie and say, "Hey, that looks cool. I'm excited." Because nobody's going to shit talk a game that's being shown.
Exactly. So everything Jeff did was good, but her stuff was a little cringe. The Miss Piggy thing was entertaining for what it was, but it was also like, I can see how a lot of people would be like, "Why was this here?" And to be honest, it doesn't need to be there. There's really no reason to do that. My only thought about why they do stuff like that is potentially some sort of like time for production breaks, maybe. Yes. Like people behind the scenes that need to go take a piss. Like they need to do stuff where it's just they need 3 or 4 minutes to have somebody go switch out.
Commercial breaks?
They do, actually. That's a good point. And that's actually something I want to bring up because on previous versions of the Game Awards, and I've mentioned this on last year's show, and I've mentioned this before to other people, but the amount of anime slop games is just
like all the gacha games.
All the gacha games and the free to play shit is it's just overloaded on previous years where I'm just like, I don't see any fucking difference between any of these games. Why are they here?
Yeah, well, a lot of them come from the same. There's a company called MiHoYo.
Yes, that's the one that does Genshin Impact and like Zenless Zone Zero.
They do Genshin Impact,
Wuthering Waves.
Yeah, you're getting to the games before you can even say them. So yeah,
I know.
The reason why a lot of them look the same is because they're coming from the same people.
Infinity Nikki's another one.
Yeah, they're making like I said, they make like half of the games that are out there right now, all the anime gacha games.
But the good thing that they did this year is when they did those things, which they did a lot of those things again, you knew it was a commercial.
Yeah.
Whereas previous years, it was like they were never clear that it was a commercial break. You always thought that it was just another announcement. And they were still announcing things with those products, but it was very clear, like, okay, if you need to go get a snack or you need to go pee, this is the time to do it. Like, it was very obvious because just of the way Jeff would line up. What do they call that? Setup. Like when they would set up the next trailer. Yeah.
I'm willing to bet, I don't know this for a fact, but I'm willing to bet that MiHoYo is probably a pretty big sponsor of the ceremony. Which would explain why they get so much coverage in it. 100%. It's because like you said, it's a commercial. They're buying commercial airtime, but it's part of the show rather than being a commercial.
I assume that the announcement trailers for the most part are also paid. Because there's some in here. There's some in here where I'm like, wow, I can't picture Jeff Keighley picking that game to be showcased, where it's like, well, if they're going to pay a shitload of money, why wouldn't you?
There's probably money that changes hands to
100%
to have stuff show up. Because how else are they going to fund it, right?
Yeah, and then on the other,
those pyrotechnics don't come cheap.
No, they don't. No, and the stage, by the way, stage is amazing. The
pyrotechnics probably do come cheap, but the insurance for the pyrotechnics does not come cheap.
Yeah, and the graphics.
Setting things on fire is pretty easy. We've been doing it for a long time.
Paying the orchestra.
The orchestra, I bet, costs a bunch.
Stage is amazing, as you can see. It's just beautiful.
And set builders are unionized. So
yeah, it's gorgeous, dude. Yeah, it was a gorgeous ceremony.
Yep.
So yeah, that's why I think that's the case. And also, there was no stupid cheap advertising. Like, remember they did the Gillette Man several years in a row, where this giant walking.
I didn't watch it.
Good. This giant walking Gillette shaver would walk around and do comedy bits with the backstage and stuff.
I've never been happier to have not watched the Game Awards, and that's saying a lot.
Yeah, this year was much more tasteful, much better. They didn't cut off anybody. Like they did that one year. Remember that one year where they cut him off in like 30 seconds? They were like, you have 30 seconds to do your speech.
I never watched him.
Okay, yeah. But yeah, 30 seconds to do speeches.
You mean to reminisce on shit that I never watched. I only see the trailers.
Yeah. No, they used to do that. There were some awkward moments 2 years ago.
I've seen award shows where they've done that to people before.
Yeah, they get the hook out and it's pretty bad. This year they were much more tasteful with it. They basically had when the presenter would announce the winner of the award, while the person was coming out of the audience to come up on stage to do their speech, there was for all intents and purposes, a security guard that would come out and give the award to the presenter and then stand off to the side. And I think they were doing the that thing, but they were doing it off camera and subtly. So it wasn't, you don't get the music playing to play them off kind of thing where it's really awkward.
Playing out of the mic being cut off or anything like that.
Yeah, so it was much more tastefully done. And
have a stagehand or someone just out of view of everyone except for the person giving the speech, giving them the watch symbol. Yeah.
Again, the only negative that I can really give to it is that there was one or two out of touch read the room celebrities that were there where I was like, they weren't the worst I've ever seen by any stretch of the imagination, because I've seen some shit on these award shows.
Sure.
But they were, they were still cringe where it was like, if you don't play games, just shut up and just present the award.
Is this like when they brought out Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr in E3?
Yeah, that was bad. That was terrible. They looked at each other like, why the fuck are we here?
Why the fuck are we here? We are so much more famous than everyone in this building.
Yeah, that's basically what it was like.
The thing is, they weren't wrong.
No, they weren't wrong. No. But they were also, they had no knowledge of what the gaming industry was.
They had no knowledge of everything, but it's like the one time where I've agreed with the like the celebrity who's like, why the fuck am I doing this? It's like, yeah, why the fuck are you doing this? Yeah. I mean, they were promoting the Beatles rock band, but I feel like they didn't even know the game had been made until that day.
Yeah, it felt like it. Yeah, they were like, just show up.
We get a check for using our music. Yes, please.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the most awkward moment of the night was actually Mila Jovovich, the Resident Evil girl. Yeah, she was announced as I don't have this in the list because no one gives a shit. But she was announced as the newest target in the Hitman, because Hitman for now is doing like all of these celebrity hits.
Yeah, they have one that right now that's Eminem.
Yeah, so she's the next one.
Okay.
And so she came out and did a little talking thing, and then presented an award, which I think was for best.
Whatever, doesn't matter.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was. Oh, no, I don't remember what it was. I'll probably remember when we go through the awards, but some of the dialogue she was using was like, oh my God. And then when she was about to read the winner, someone yelled out who they wanted to win. And then she was like, who do you want to win? And then everyone started to fucking yell out at her. And like, I can just see Jeff Keighley's eyes looking at her going,
yeah, like, oh no, don't play to the audience.
Don't fucking do that. Yeah. Yeah.
If there is any audience that loves a call and return and will never ever give it the fuck up, it's gamers. We've seen that happen countless times.
Yeah.
Ever since the "you're breathtaking" thing, they just
"you're breathtaking."
Yeah. We didn't realize it until that moment, but they can't let it go, and they always want that. So you can't give it to them. You can't give it to them, or you'll never get anywhere.
And what was the other one? Where they yelled out? I should know this. I can't remember.
There were a bunch of them that year.
Yeah,
that E3.
Oh, there was the one at Blizzard when they announced Diablo Immortal.
Oh, but that was like, wasn't that a Q&A thing?
Yeah, there was a Q. The guy got up and was like, "Is this an April Fool's joke?"
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, is this a joke?
That was the dumbest move they've ever made. That was so dumb.
Yeah.
You know that everyone's clamoring for Diablo 4, and instead of doing that, you're like, "Hey, want to play Diablo Immortal?"
Yeah, I want to play this fucking free-to-play freemium mobile game.
Did you know? This is another thing I picked up on Angry Joe. Did you know that when that game launched, if you wanted to pay to fully upgrade your character instead of grinding it out, that it was going to cost $110,000? If you were to like pay the fucking like microtransaction fees to do that, $110K. It's fucking so stupid. All right. Anyway, let's get to the awards. So, I'm going to skip some of them, but we're going to go through some of them. So, Player's Voice. The nominees were Expedition 33, Dispatch, Genshin Impact, Hollow Knight Silksong, Wuthering Waves, Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yotei, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, and Silent Hill F. And the winner was Wuthering Waves, who probably paid their fan base to do it. Hey,
what happens there is when you get so, God, I really don't want to have to explain like idol culture, but
idol culture?
Yeah, in Japan, like pop idol culture, they have, you wouldn't think it would be a big thing, but they actually have like legions of hyper dedicated fans. And it's the same thing with these gacha games where they pick the girl in the game that they like, and then they just buy all her merch and all
we'll
that
give you
stuff.
250 Robux points if you vote for us on GameAwards.com.
If they put out like a notice like, hey, we're up for an award at the Game Awards, please vote for us, to like the millions of lonely guys who play those anime girlfriend gambling games, which is what they are. Let's be real.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if they wouldn't need to pay anybody. They will have an army willing to vote for them. So
Content Creator of the Year went to Co-op Entertainment.
Of course.
No, it went to somebody named Moist Critical. I don't know who it is. Most anticipated game, as you can imagine, was pretty obvious. So we got 007.
You know what Content Creator of the Year should have gone to? Fucking Gamers Nexus for the massive series of investigations they're doing into like price fixing and RAM and GPU smuggling. The whole thing that they're doing over there is actually pretty incredible.
Yeah. So 007 First Light, GTA 6, Marvel's Wolverine, Resident Evil Requiem, and Witcher 4 all up for most anticipated game, and as you can imagine, GTA 6 won. Yeah. Best multiplayer. I'm not even going to read the nominees at this point. Let's just get to the winners. Best multiplayer went to Arc Raiders, which is that's cool. You know, apparently that game's doing pretty well. Best sports and racing game. went against the crowd vote. So they didn't do crowd voting, but like they would read off all the names and you could tell what game the crowd wanted to win.
Yeah, because they would cheer.
So the best sports racing game crowd vote was Sonic Racing Crossworlds. They were all over that game for some reason. Okay. But Mario Kart World won, because of course.
Oh yeah.
Best sim strategy. This one I was not a fan of, because the winner was Final Fantasy Tactics, the remake. In my opinion,
which is a 30-year-old game.
Yeah, remakes and remasters should not be up for awards. They just shouldn't be. I'm sorry. You already came out. You can't have a second chance.
That game already came out twice. That's a remaster of a remaster.
Yeah. And there was games that could have deserved that award, like The Altars. I loved that game. That game was really good. So
I mean, I would say if it's something that's completely transformative, like the Final Fantasy VII remake.
Yeah, if it's
a different game.
Yeah, if it's a different game.
Final Fantasy Tactics remake is basically here's better graphics and artwork.
Yeah, it's a remaster more than anything else.
Yeah.
Best family game, and again, Sonic Racing Crossworlds got the crowd vote, but it went to Donkey Kong Bonanza.
I have yet to play that, but it looks like a good game.
Yeah.
Looks like I'd enjoy it.
Best fighting game. I did not like this category because two of them are old game collections, which again.
Also, there's not a lot of fighting games that come out every year. This isn't the 90s anymore.
Yeah, if we're not counting the collections, then it was really only three. It was 2XKO, Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves, and Virtua Fighter 5 Revo World Stage. Fatal Fury won, so congrats to them.
Okay.
Best RPG, which was kind of a crowded space. You got Avowed, Kingdom Come 2, The Outer Worlds 2, and I don't know why they consider Monster Hunter Wilds a RPG, but I guess it kind of is.
It's an action RPG.
Yeah. And Claire Obscure Expedition 33, which took the win. Expedition 33. Best action adventure game went to Hollow Knight Silksong. Now, this is where I get a little miffed because they didn't even show up. They were the only ones nominated for an award who did not show up to the awards. Nobody was there.
It's 3 guys living in Australia.
There was people from fucking Japan who weren't even nominated for an award who showed up. These guys were nominated for Game of the Year, Best Action Adventure, Best Indie Debut.
I wouldn't go to the Game Awards if my game was nominated.
Ugh. You have to. And not only that, but they complained that they thought they had no chance to win anything. And Jeff actually took a shot at them when they won this award. He was like, see, guys, you won. There was some definite bullshit going on with them. Little drama going on with them. Every time they were up for an award, when they show the people in the crowd, waiting for the announcement of the winner, there's always had just a picture of a dude. It's kind of funny. But yeah, they won action adventure, which is kind of surprising to me because it went up against Ghost of Yotei and Indiana Jones and Split Fiction. Best action game went to Hades 2. So congrats to them. I still got to play that. Best VR game went to The Midnight Walk. I still got to play that as well. You can play that in non-VR, so I want to play that. You were right on predicting best mobile game. Went to Umasume. I think that's how you say it.
Umasume.
Umasume. Yep.
The horse game that's based on real horses. And the fans all mourn when the real horse dies. That actually happened recently. One of the real world horses who had an anime horse girl counterpart. Most of these horses are men, by the way. They're male horses, the dudes. I don't know. I don't actually know. Oh, I guess it's Stallion, isn't it? Stallion is the name for a male horse.
Yeah.
Specifically. Yeah, they get turned into cute anime girls that people, decide, oh, which one do I want to fuck the most? Yeah, one of them died, I think, 3 months ago.
Wait.
And the fans were all mourning about it.
The horses turn into anime girls?
Oh,
what is that?
The anime? So the game is about anime horse girls. Like cat girls, right? Who've got the cat ears and the tails.
Okay.
It's like that, except it's horse ears and a horse tail. right? They're basically just human anime girls, but they have horse ears and a horse tail, and they run in races.
And that won Best Mobile Game.
Yeah, I guess.
Wow.
But the all of the horse girls in the game are based on real world race horses because horse racing is very popular in Japan.
Yeah.
And so all of them are named for real world race horses and have their personalities based on the temperaments, I guess, of the real world race horses. And the real world horse that one of the girls was based on, one of those horses died a few months ago. And all the fans were like having tributes to this horse that I guarantee you none of them had ever heard of before this game. Like I guarantee you none of them have ever watched horse racing or give two fucks about horses or horse racing in general. But now that there's cute anime girls loosely based on these horses, they're like, oh my god, this horse died. I have to mourn.
God, what the fuck is wrong with people?
This is the world that I am regrettably part of because I like anime, and so I come into contact with all this stuff. Consider yourself lucky that you don't get to see this side of it unless we talk about it.
Fuck me, man. That conversation went in such a different direction than I thought. You were talking about male horses and like horse racing, and I'm like, oh, that sounds pretty cool. And then all of a sudden it turned into anime girls, and they're
yeah. Dude,
kill me now. Kill me now.
If you think that if that makes you beg for death, dude, do not ask me to describe the weirdest stuff I've seen.
Please
don't want to hear it.
Save me, my IQ lowers when I hear stuff like this. Just points just drop.
Oh, right. So if I ever want to make you brain dead, I just have to recite the plot to Urotsuki Doji to you. Don't Google that. At work.
Specifically at work.
Well, I mean, don't Google it in general, but definitely don't Google that at work. You will be fired.
Okay. Well,
don't watch it. Just don't watch it. Just don't watch it.
Now that I'm in pain, let's continue. Best debut indie game. There was only 4 because this is the category that Megabonk took their game out of for contention. So there's Blueprints, Expedition 33, Despalote, which I still don't know what that is, but I've seen it in a couple categories. In Dispatch, Expedition 33 took it home.
Yeah, they came out of nowhere and they made this incredibly mad.
Yep.
Yeah.
Best indie game, Expedition 33, also won.
Unsurprising.
Best community support went to...
Again, whatever the fuck that means.
So this is like they listen to their audience and they implement proper changes and feedback and all that,
which is completely subjective because if you try to listen to the fans who just want the thing I like is nerfed, buff it, you'll end up with a fucked up game.
Yeah, but it was Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah. Okay.
So, which I think they won last year, said Jeff. So.
Yeah. So it doesn't even matter. Final Fantasy Tactics, 30-year-old game. Baldur's Gate 3, a game that's technically been out in early access for like 4 or 5 years.
Mm-hmm. Best ongoing game, No Man's Sky won. This one was a little...
I actually did pop into No Man's Sky recently because they have a thing where you can have a ship that is larger than your regular ship, but small enough that you can still fly it like your regular ship, and you can decorate inside it.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. I couldn't figure out how to make that ship, so I was like, okay, whatever.
That game's uber complicated.
There's so much in it.
Yeah.
Whenever games have updates like that, they need to have like a big like neon sign in whatever hub area that you have. Although No Man's Sky has several hub areas that says this way to the content from this update. Just literally signpost it.
Yeah, Sean Murray wasn't there. The guy that accepted the award from his studio on behalf of him said that his dad or his he was dealing with some sort of family thing.
Okay.
And it sounded sad, whatever happened. So
yeah, okay.
thoughts out to Sean Murray. Seems like a good dude.
Hopefully, whatever it is resolved as nicely as possible.
Yeah. Games for Impact. So this is the games with a moral lesson / they want to make an impact, like a good impact on society type games.
Some kind of thing, yeah.
South of Midnight was the one. I think this is the one that Mila was out there for. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
They also, as long as we're on this, I didn't include it in the news because it's an old game at this point. But when they were up there accepting the award, they announced that South of Midnight's coming to PlayStation. And Switch 2, I think, in the spring. So it was kind of cool.
I mean, that would be the place to announce that.
Yeah, you win an award and be like, "Hey, just so you know, more people can play it now."
Yep.
Innovation and accessibility. So this is the
the one category that I actually kind of care about because
you have accessibility issues. that's the
and it's also it's just nice to do that stuff when it costs you nothing in a lot of some of the stuff is pretty challenging to implement, but just like, hey, larger subtitles optional.
Well, they go a lot deeper in these games. That's why they're up for.
Well, I will say, Spider-Man. Even though I did refund it, it did have a large subtitles option.
Had a lot of accessibility options in general. Most of Sony's games do. Most of Sony's games do. I think it's because they have to support that controller that they put out, that accessibility controller. Remember that thing?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So like a lot of that stuff kind of ties in. Yeah. But Doom, The Dark Ages. One innovation and accessibility.
Unsurprising. That game lets you run it at low speeds. You can actually set the speed as a percentage. I think it can go down to like 75 or even 50% of the full speed. So you can basically play the game in slow motion the whole way through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it helps people that don't have the reflex issues or.
Yeah. Also, you can increase the speed by whatever the opposite is, like 125 or 150 or whatever, if you want it to be insane.
Yep.
I think there's a bunch of like enemy highlighting and stuff in that, but like the speed manipulation thing is the one that really stood out. Like the fact that they took the time, because that is the kind of thing that you would have to spend time on, making sure that you know all the things that you've timed very specifically that you wouldn't really think about in any other way. It's like, does it still work out if the game speed is slowed down? Does all this still make sense?
Right.
Yep.
Best performance. So this was basically the best actor award. Went to Jennifer English for Expedition 33, which is well deserved. Quite honestly, she was phenomenal in that game. And she did a beautiful speech as well. So props to her. Congrats. Best audio design went to Battlefield 6, which is also, I think, well deserved on that one. The sound design, like I play RedSec, and the headphones experience.
Yeah, the sort of virtual surround of
the 3D audio in that game.
What direction shots came from and stuff is actually really important to the gameplay and not just for presentation.
You can hear footsteps in the exact direction that they're from. The explosions in the distance, like it's really good.
Shooters typically benefit, like first person shooters especially, because your camera is always faced the direction that the character is looking.
Yeah.
So it really is like hearing it with your own ears.
Yep, it's fantastic. Best score and music. Expedition 33.
They're really cleaning up. I mean, that doesn't come as a surprise. I think everybody knew that they were going to get a lot this year.
At the beginning of the show, Jeff announced that they are now the record holder for the most nominations at a Game Awards.
Oh,
at a single Game Awards.
Unsurprising.
It was 13 nominations.
Wow.
Yeah. Best art direction. Expedition 33.
Expedition 33.
Mm-hmm. Best narrative. Expedition 33.
Expedition 33.
Yeah. Best game direction. Expedition 33.
I was waiting for you to say something else because that's what I would have done. But no, I guess if it was Expedition 33. Okay.
Best adaptation. was Last of Us Season 2.
Oh, okay.
It didn't really have much competition, quite frankly, though. But they had the
Yeah,
Minecraft movie, Devil May Cry, Splinter Cell, and Until
yeah.
Dawn.
Yeah, and the new season of Fallout isn't out until next week,
year.
I think.
Yeah.
No, it's coming out this month.
Oh, is it? Wow, what a dumb place to put that. Why wouldn't you wait until?
Well, I mean, if production schedules being what they are, then
And then finally, Game of the Year, cleaning up a record-breaking 11 awards at the Game Awards. Expedition 33.
Wow, they took as many Game Awards as Return of the King took Oscars.
Wow, there you go. Yeah, so Expedition 33 won 11 out of the 13 nominations that they were involved in. They only lost audio design and I don't remember what the other one was. But yeah, crazy. So congratulations to that team. Whatever they do next.
Breakout success.
Yeah, well, we know what they're doing next. They've already kind of said it. It's another game in the Claire Obscure world. So that's
unsurprising.
That's their
strike while the iron is hot.
Yeah.
CD Projekt waited until they made 3 Witcher games to make something else.
Yep. All right, let's get into yeah. All right, let's get into the announcements, which there are plenty of. So, starting with The Free Shepherd was the game that kicked off the opening act show. It's a game from Frame Interactive, heading to PS5 and Steam in 2027. Some sort of like...
Why would they announce stuff that's coming 2027?
Well, it's definitely not the only game that got announced for 2027.
Yeah, I know. Show that at next year's Game Awards. Guys, come on. They happen at the end of the year. Wait until it's like, hey, it's 2026, but 2026 is only a few weeks away, so it's at most a year that you'll be waiting for this. Probably less.
Yeah. It does look cute, though.
Sure.
It does look cute. Sure. Although,
it's not coming soon if it's not coming until 2 years from now.
Yeah. Yeah. This is one theme, though, that you will notice is a lot of these games not on Xbox.
I wonder if people are having confidence issues in Xbox as a platform. I wonder why that could be.
Indeed. All right, next up is Decrepit, which is a Dark Souls-inspired game being made by 3 people at Gemardol Games. I think it's.
I assume it's got to be more than 3 people if it looks like this.
Nope, 3 people.
How long has it been in development for?
Don't know.
How many store-bought assets are in it?
Don't know. No idea. But Jeff said he was super impressed with it. I guess they're from Denmark or Sweden, something like that.
Some Scandinavian country.
Yeah, and doesn't have a release date at the moment. But it looks pretty cool. It's like a first-person Dark Souls-y type of game. Pretty impressive for 3 people.
What it really is, it's not a Dark Souls-like, it's a King's Field-like. Because King's Field, the game that inspired Demon Souls, was first-person.
Yeah. Well, they specifically quoted Dark Souls as being the...
Yeah, I know. But it's really closer to... Like, having played King's Field, I can tell you this looks way closer to King's Field.
Oh. Well, there you go.
They've probably never played it, so they don't realize.
Yeah, it could be. Definitely.
I love it when people don't know what their actual inspiration is, because they cite something and it's like, yeah, but that's based on this, and you're like, oh, we're making a first-person Dark Souls. You mean you're making King's Field? Is what you're making? That's what King's Field is.
Younger people, right? They can only go back as far as they know. Yeah.
I mean,
they can do research, but like, why would you if your experiences as a kid were with the Dark Souls?
I like to play stuff that came before me. I love the Ultima games. Half of those came out before I did.
Yeah, that's true. But they were also kind of from your era, though. Still, like we're putting our our feet in their shoes. Like, they look at these games and then they look at our games and they go, "What's this shit?" This is ugly. This is, you know.
I also didn't play Kingsfield back in the day. I only played it within the last few years.
Yeah, I didn't play it either.
Also, I will say, if you look at Kingsfield and you say, "Oh, this is ugly," you would actually be 100% correct. That game is hideous.
Well, there you go.
But it was a launch title for the PS1, and it was From Software's very first game, so
there you go.
Understandable.
Yeah. But I think it looks kind of cool. Something to keep an eye on. Next up is Audio Mech, which is
it's from the Audio Surf guys.
Yeah, the Audio Surf guy. Now I did play this.
Okay.
And it's okay.
Is there like a demo out?
There's a demo out on Steam. Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, you play you bring up Spotify or Amazon Music or whatever in the background, and you play your playlist, and it plays to that music.
Can you load music that you actually have, like on your hard drive?
Whatever. No, whatever. You can play it on Windows Media Player or whatever you want to play it on. It supports
it pulls whatever audio is being played through your system,
through your audio output device. Yeah, you get to select your audio output device and whatever's playing.
Audio Surf, you actually had to load the files in.
Oh no,
analyze them.
Yeah, it just links up with whatever your output device is and whatever's playing.
Okay, that's actually cool.
Yeah,
so you could you could just like have your microphone and be like blah 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 blah.
You could
come out your speakers.
You could. The problem is that the game features 3 different elements from music to interact with. So it has a treble, a bass, and there's a third one. I don't remember what it is. Oh, voice.
So what you need is vocal range.
Yeah, you need vocal range, you need bass and treble, and
you get Freddie Mercury, and he could be a source for all 3 of those things.
There you go.
You'd have to bring Freddie Mercury back from the dead, or go back in time to before he got AIDS. Let's just move on.
Wow, that got dark fast.
I don't know where I'm going with this, but it's not going well.
Yeah, that sounded like somebody falling down the stairs. Just, but it was cool.
I know when I need to bail out.
There you go. It was cool. It does feel early. It does feel a little cheap. A little alpha, but I like the concept. You allow me to use my music in a game, and it affects the game in some way, and I'm on board. I mean, I talked about what was it, Death by Disco, the other week. So I like this kind of stuff. It's cool.
Mm-hmm. Also gives it basically unlimited levels.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. All right, next up is Pragmata, which was finally given a release date, April 24th, 2026. And a new trailer and a demo went out.
A demo.
And both of us played it. Yep. Both of us have played it and beat it. I assume beat the demo. Wasn't very long, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. I actually didn't beat it. I got presumably like halfway through it, and then I stopped to take a shit.
And then you just didn't play it?
Well, no, then I loaded it back up, and it was like, yeah, we don't save progress in the demo, even though there's checkpoints. And when I got to I checked the corner of my screen to see if there was a little like progress saved icon when I got to the checkpoint, and there was. So I had every reason to assume that I'll be able to pick this back up.
That is the funniest reason. I didn't finish the demo because I had to take a shit.
I should have just left it running, but out of habit, I just quit. So,
oh my god, that's so funny.
I was certain because I saw the icon that it would have saved my progress. I mean, I didn't get like now that I know what to do in those sections, it'll take me like 5 minutes to get through it. But I didn't have time before the show started because I didn't know how far I'd gotten through it and how much more I had to go. So
okay, let's.
Don't worry about spoiling anything. It's a demo.
No.
I'll play it as soon as the show is done.
No. I'm not going to spoil anything. What I was going to say is before we start talking about the game, going into the demo, what was your hype level for Pragmata, and how did you come out of it with?
My hype level was I just want to see what's going on. You know, we vaguely know what this game is. We only found that out a little while ago. So I have some idea of what to expect, but beyond gameplay, I have fucking no idea. So I just went in like, okay, third person shooter with hacking mechanics. That's all I know. So that's all I'm going to expect. And as far as I played, that's what I got. Third person shooter with hacking mechanics. Feels like Dead Space, which makes sense because Dead Space feels like Resident Evil 4, which is a Capcom game. It looks very nice. And I have something to say that really impressed me about the character animation and the movement. Um, the character, I forget his name.
Hugh, I think.
Hugh, yeah, Hugh. He actually moves at different speeds with each footstep
Mm-hmm.
because he's got Diana hanging off his shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
So it's especially easy to see if you're in the aiming mode. So, you pull the trigger to raise the gun and then you just move forward slowly. You'll see the footsteps that he takes with his right foot and his left foot. He advances at different speeds
Mm-hmm.
because Diane's hanging off of his left shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
So he's more weighted to that side.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was a really cool touch.
Mm-hmm.
It's a thing that will have no bearing on gameplay, and 99.9% of people will never notice
But it
it.
feels different, though.
I noticed it,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and I appreciated that they put in that little detail that because he's carrying a child, well, an android child, he's carrying someone on his back. It's going to affect the way he moves. They also did that in Metro. There's a
Mm-hmm.
there's a section in Metro where you have to carry a child back to the station, and it changes the controls. It makes them feel floatier because now you've got a weight on your back that's counterbalancing you in a way that you don't expect. So turning around and moving around has a weird sort of loose delay to it because he's got to like brace himself and the weight of this child that he's carrying. So it
Child.
feels well, no, in specifically in Metro.
Oh, in Metro, yeah.
Yeah, in Metro, it makes the controls notably worse because it feels slower and there's like a delay to the response, but it makes sense because you're carrying a child
Yeah.
like piggyback, and it ends once that section of the game is over and you deliver the child. It's there for a specific gameplay reason to simulate the feeling of having this extra weight on your back. And this game does that as well with the animations. It doesn't make it as sluggish as Metro was, but because he's
A
in
little
a
bit quicker.
great big power suit,
Yeah.
and it's probably not as much of a burden on him. But I just wanted to shout out whoever on the development team made that decision and implemented it. I saw it, I noticed it, I appreciate it. Well done. I love little touches like that. Very cool.
You know what I want to shout out?
Yeah?
Is something in the options. Did you go into the options?
I did, but there was a lot in there, so I don't know what you're talking about.
So they did something that I think every game moving forward should have. And other games might have this. I'm not saying that this is the first game to do it or the only game to do it, but it's the first game I've noticed do it.
Okay.
And that's when you go into the graphics options and you start.
It has the little preview.
It has the VRAM preview, so you can maximize.
Capcom has been doing that for a few years.
Okay, this is the first Capcom PC game I've played, so that makes sense.
Yeah, so the first place I saw it was in the Resident Evil 2 remake. It might have even been in Monster Hunter World. I don't know. I haven't played Monster Hunter World. But they have been doing that for a while now, and I am 100% on board with you.
How is it not in every other game now? That's crazy.
How is this not in every game? It shows you the VRAM usage.
Yeah.
It shows you a picture preview of what the change in the settings will actually do. It's so helpful.
It's so helpful. I was able to go through and maximize my rig to the best settings that I could possibly get it without making the game run like shit. And the game ran beautifully and it looked beautiful. And I was like, what the fuck? This is exactly
what you see is what you get, editor, for your graphic settings.
Yeah.
And I agree 100%. It should be in every game. Capcom, you guys are fucking real ones for doing this.
It's amazing.
It's
I was blown away. Yeah. I was like, holy shit. And if you go to a certain point in the VRAM where you turn on something and it gets to like
color,
it changes color. Yeah.
Hey, you're getting close to the limit. This is where things might start to.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, I'm not going to do that. Let's see if I can swap something out and maximize to get to that point where I'm just below the yellow
or something.
Yeah.
Or I'll like disable motion blur or whatever.
That's so good. It's like you don't want to run. you can risk the game going in yellow. You could probably do that, and maybe you'll get a chug here and there. Who knows?
Yeah.
But like, you don't want to go into red, so it's like this perfect.
Yeah, because if you go into red, it's like, hey, you're exceeding your VRAM.
Yeah. You're gonna chug like a motherfucker if you're in red. Like, you're gonna have problems. So it's like, oh man, I loved it.
The other cool thing that they have in there is under the accessibility settings, they have quick toggles for a number of things that you might want to get rid of. Like, say, if you don't like motion blur, because you have, say, eyesight that's not perfect, and motion blur just exacerbates an existing issue. There's a quick setting in there that turns off motion blur and chromatic aberration and all that other shit.
And depth of field and
it just disables all of that. You can say, hey, all the stuff that would blur this, you just toggle this and it will turn all those settings off. You don't have to go hunting through them in the graphic settings menu. This is just a quick on-off for all of those.
Dude, I'm the same way as you, though. I turn off motion blur. I hate that shit.
Oh, yeah, I would turn off motion blur even if my eyesight was perfect, because
it
makes me nauseous.
It doesn't make me nauseous. I just think it looks like shit. It's like, it's like, I want to be able to see when I'm turning around exactly what everything's doing. I don't need to see a fucking Vaseline gas.
It depends, because there's two types of motion blur. There's motion blur of things on screen, and then there's motion blur of the camera as you're moving it around. The camera motion blur, it's usually a single setting. There aren't a lot of games that let you toggle them separately, but there are a few. And I always turn the camera motion blur off. The object motion blur, that's something I might leave on.
No,
it kind of depends on the game. Depending on how they do their motion blur. But with the camera motion blur, I always turn that off. And since it's usually a linked option, everything usually goes off.
I hate depth of field too. I turn that shit off. I'm like,
I don't mind it in cinematics, but during gameplay, sometimes the game decides, oh, you're focusing on this, and it's like, no, I was actually trying to read that sign, and you've now blurred it.
And when I go to a vista, I want to see the fucking vista. I don't want to see just a blurry mess.
Yeah, so I usually turn that off as well.
Yeah, or I love the option to turn off depth of field, I should say. So I love another one options.
That I always turn off is fucking the vignette.
Yeah.
Why darken the edges?
Why do that? That is so dumb.
Yeah, it's barely noticeable in a lot of games anyway. So why even have it there?
Film grain. That's another one I hate.
Film grain is the next one I was going to say. Like, why we're spending so much time making the image clean? Why would we want to just dirty it up again? Again, in cinematics where it's done for artistic effect, totally fine. Don't mind it.
Yeah.
But for just general gameplay, like unless it has something relevant, like it's a flashback and you're communicating that by like old-timey film filter or something. Yeah, turn that shit off. I hate it.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. So, bravo Capcom. Bravo Capcom.
Yeah, Capcom has absolutely been killing it with their PC games for the last few years. I will never not take an opportunity to praise and thank them for doing that.
Yeah, amazing job. Amazing job.
So helpful. As for the game, like I said, it's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's a third-person shooter with hacking mechanics. It's neat.
It's unique. Okay. I have thoughts. So when I was coming into this game, I was kind of like, this game it's got development hell written all over it, where I'm just like, this game's gonna end up not good. This is gonna be bad. So I was like, oh, there's a demo? Well, they can't be that. They must be kind of confident. So I'm like, okay.
They've got to have some confidence in they're putting out a demo. Yeah.
So I tried it. And you're right, it's a first-person shooter with hacking mechanics, but the hacking mechanics are pretty unique.
Shooter with hacking mechanics, but yeah.
Third, yeah. I said third, right?
You said first.
Oh, fuck. Third. The hacking mechanics are kind of unique, though. So basically, the gist of the game is you if you shoot an enemy without hacking it, you do a lot less damage.
They have armor.
Yeah, they have like shields or something, right? Oh, yeah, they have armor. Yeah. Then the
armor plating. Yeah, the hacking causes the armor plating to unfold.
Yeah,
which I assume is like, this is a maintenance mode so that people can tweak the internals.
Yeah.
So it's basically you're forcing their armor plating to be disabled for a few moments.
So you expose their weak points, basically. Yeah. But the way you do the hacking mechanics is you're aiming at them. You basically, the face buttons on the controller become directions. Yeah.
Based mini game.
And when I saw this footage of this happening in the game, I'm like, oh my god, that must feel like shit. But it doesn't. It feels super intuitive. I was like,
it actually feels really, really clean.
Now I would say if you have to go from 1 to 1 really quickly, it can get a little chaotic. But they give you tools and stuff to like stun enemies and stuff, so you can kind of
Yeah,
focus on one
there's
at
a
a
weapon
time.
that will let you stun enemies,
The net,
so
yeah, the
you
net.
can kind of like isolate one of them and
Yep.
stuff. And the nice thing is that because they do still take damage if their armor's up, they just take reduced damage. If you get them to the point where they're like a pixel away from death before their armor goes back on, you can just
You
finish
can
them
just
off
nick it
with
away.
shots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My only real complaint. Oh, and the game obviously runs well as we said, because you can
It runs well.
fine tune
It
it.
looks
So
gorgeous. Holy shit, it
I
looks
will say,
so
from a
good.
technical aspect, it does look very pretty. I'm not
Mm.
sold on the visual art style though. It's a little generic.
It's a little generic, but it's that thing where they're going, okay, we're doing realism, but what's our sci-fi aesthetic? And they've gone for bright holographic screens everywhere as a sort of. I understand. I totally understand.
It's just fine. I'm not blown
I
away.
assume it will probably be more impressive artistically when you get to the populated areas like they show in the trailer, where it's like, hey, what if you went to what's the fucking what's that place in New York where Captain America wakes up and runs it? Times Square, yeah. Where it's like Times Square in the future and on the moon, I guess. And it's all like hologram billboards, because that shit looks cool.
It does look cool.
But when you're just in the the sci-fi future hallways, they're very white and sterile and
kind of boring,
technical and industrial looking. Yeah. But from a technical standpoint, yeah,
it's gorgeous. Incredible. From technical, I mean, it's on the RE engine, which is just beautiful.
Yeah, and that's their own homegrown tech, so they know it really.
Yeah. My only real concern is the story / voice acting. I thought the voice acting was god awful. I couldn't. I was just
I didn't think it was too remarkable one way or the other. I was like, okay, this is a spaceman, and this is a like kind of. Almost like autistic robot girl. Like, she's not actually autistic because she's a robot, but she's like, she like, it opens and she's like drawing a picture while you're fighting off these other robots.
And I'm sure there's reasons for that. Like, I'm not worried about that. But
it's because she's a robot. She doesn't have any fear of death. She's not worried because she's not alive. Right?
It was just it was just the voice acting. It just the dialogue and the voice acting. I was just like kind of disconnected from it. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, it's like little cute girl who's like,
it feels anime. It feels pretty anime. Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
But I mean, like, Resident Evil doesn't feel anime to me when I play those.
No.
So I'm like, that's the only part I'm worried about. I'm worried about that. But besides that,
the thing is when you bring up the anime thing, I look at this and I say somebody on this team watched Angel's Egg and said, let's go with the weird little girl theme. Because Angel's Egg is an anime movie from the 80s that has a small blonde girl with long hair and bare feet and a blue robe, and she's weird. So basically Diana.
Yeah.
So and I remember the very first time I saw any material for Pragmata, like a million years ago, when they first showed it off, I was like, okay, somebody on that team watched Angel's Egg, because that's just the girl from Angel's Egg, but with like a puffy jacket instead of just a shawl and a gown.
Yeah,
it really is just her.
Yep. But I will say,
I'm surprised they had the restraint to not give the guy a gun that's shaped like a crucifix, but we haven't played the full game yet, so that might well happen. And then we'll know for sure that they watched Angel's Egg.
Yeah. So I came out of it with a much more positive outlook on the game, at least from a gameplay standpoint. So
yeah,
we'll see. It's not too far away. I think they said April. So
yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on. Next up was Solasta 2, which is a tactical RPG based on the tabletop game. I did play a little bit of...
Not familiar with it.
I'm not familiar with the tabletop game. I did play the first game. I didn't beat it by any stretch of the imagination. These games are fucking huge. But it was pretty decent. So this could be good. Obviously it's old enough to do well. It's going into early access in March 12th, 2026. So Congrats to them. I didn't see a whole lot of this. This is Tank Rat, a vehicular action game with the ability to scavenge wreckages for parts and deeply customize a tank, almost Armored Core style.
Okay.
It's coming out in spring on Steam. It
sounds like it could be kind of neat.
It looks kind of interesting.
Man, it's the fucking Techno Tentacle from Armored Core 6.
Maybe that's where the inspiration came from for the game, was just Armored Core, but with tanks.
And also, what was that movie called?
Mortal Engine?
Karas. Karas.
Yeah, so Tank Rat.
Oh, that was seizure-inducing.
Oh, God. When I was...
guys.
You should have watched the fucking Game Awards if you wanted to see seizure-inducing stuff. They had, like, crazy stage presentations for some of these games. I'll get to them when we get to them, but, like, they were... I was in fear for some of the audience members that were epileptic, man. It was bad. It's like, oh, guys. But yeah, this looks kind of neat.
This looks like it could be fun. Maybe, what was that other game? Maybe they played Cyborg Justice on the Genesis, which is a beat 'em up game where you are a cyborg and you can take pieces, like body parts from the cyborgs that you defeat and use them as part of your own body.
Looks like Steam, PS5, Epic Store. Again, no Xbox. Oh, keep that logo in the top right hand corner in your brain, because they show up a lot at this show for some reason, and I've never heard of them. Yeah, I've never heard of this company, and all of a sudden they have like 8 games at this show. It's really weird. Yeah, so keep an eye on that.
Wasn't the last thing what we saw before Tank Rat, that fantasy game, wasn't that also a Kepler published thing? I think I saw their name there as well. I think it was at the beginning.
Yeah, it is.
That I saw
yeah, Kepler.
Oh, right, it is. There. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, they show up a lot. I don't know. I gotta do some research into them because I've never heard of them, and all of a sudden they're like, pew, 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 games.
Maybe it's some existing publisher that changed their name or something.
Could be.
Or maybe a spin-off of somebody, or who knows.
Could be
a lot of things.
The next one was hilarious. A goofy action platformer with exploration and puzzles, where you control Bradley the Badger, and it's being made by former Red Dead developers and some other game. It's like Red Dead and I can't remember at this moment, but this looks crazy good. Did you see this one? This was another one.
I did not.
So it's a kind of like a meta game where it's almost like a Conker's Bad Fur Day or like a Gex type game.
Yeah.
Where he's in his own video game, and you can see like parts of the game are not complete. So he's like, there's like the red and white square. What do you call it? Bit mapping? Is that what that's called?
Oh yeah, the checkerboard.
Or checkerboard,
like,
yeah.
Texture.
I said red and white. I should say black and white. And he can like.
Well, in Source Engine games, it's black and purple.
Oh, well there you go. Yeah, and I see they mock a couple games here. So that first one was Badgerborn. So it was like Bloodborne, and then this one's Cyber Badger, and then we got the last Badger. So there's lots of references to other games.
Very creative on those titles.
Well, you know. And it just seems like a really cute, but also really weird and funny exploration puzzle platform. And then they do this thing, which is really hilarious, where he finds some glitch in the game, and then he manifests as a human with a badger hood in the real world. See? And then he walks into the developer of his game, the Badger game, and he wakes up this guy. This guy's a famous celebrity. I don't remember what his name is. Do you know who he is? I've seen him a million times.
I don't recognize him.
You don't recognize him?
I'm looking at a YouTube video through a restream, so quality is not incredible.
Yeah, Bradley the Badger. Looks really good. Next up, this is where we got this was the first time where I cringed and went, okay, what the fuck is this shit? This is Stupid Never Dies.
Oh, I've heard of this. Yeah.
So they're basically saying this is Hi-Fi Rush with zombies.
Okay.
Formed by a New Japan studio called GP Track 50. It's coming to PS5 and Steam in 2026. You don't get gameplay for like half an hour in this trailer. I don't know. Like they just do a musical for like half an hour, and then finally
somebody spent a lot of time playing like Grasshopper manufactured games.
Yeah, I thought this was a Suda game, and then I was like, oh no, it's not.
Yeah, like this almost looks like it would be Romeo Must Die or whatever that game's called.
Yeah.
Romeo's a Dead Man. Romeo Must Die is a movie. What am I talking about?
Yes, it is a movie. Yeah,
but I mean, it's basically the same title if you think about it.
Yeah, it really is. But yeah, this looked bonkers, and
Romeo Must Die is the predecessor to Romeo's a Dead Man. It's before and after.
Indeed. This was another one of those trailers that just has this like annoying rock song playing over 90% of it, and you're just like, what is this game?
Okay.
So, yeah, I have no interest in this one whatsoever. This one, however, was huge. Huge announcement out of nowhere. This was the first announcement of the Game Awards officially once the pre-show stopped, and it blew everybody away. This is Star Wars Fate of the Old Republic.
Yes.
A new action RPG from Casey Hudson, who formerly worked on Mass Effect and Knights of the Old Republic.
The Old Republic.
Yeah. Now, I don't know if it actually showed what the studio is called. Let me fast forward through this
here. It's just for Game.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Arcanaut Studios.
Arcanaut. Okay. Also, Lucasfilm Games, so they're back to Lucasfilm Games now and not LucasArts.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. I wonder when that happened.
I think it's been a while now because I think that was at the beginning of Jedi Survivor, Jedi Fallen Order Survivor, whatever the fuck that game's called.
Yeah, because they used to be Lucasfilm Games back in the 80s when they made like Maniac Mansion and The Habitat. For anybody who knows what I'm talking about, if you know what The Habitat is, congratulations, you are old.
Indeed.
Or have spent time researching LucasArts history.
So Arcanaut Studios is Casey Hudson's new studio. They haven't released a game yet. So this is their debut game.
So they were just trusted with the Star Wars license. They must be hoping for some of that Knights of the Old Republic magic.
Let me see what their About studio says. It's Canadian. Hey.
Yeah.
They're in
because there was a Knights of the Republic was a BioWare game.
Yeah, but this isn't a BioWare studio.
No, but I assume. Well, I mean, I guess he could have moved elsewhere, but it stands to reason.
Yeah, no, he's in Edmonton. Oh, and Kelowna,
where BioWare was. So it stands to reason that if he worked at a Canadian studio, he might still live here in Canada.
So yeah, we only got a cinematic trailer, whatever.
Yeah.
But cool though. I think that pretty much kills the Knights of the Old Republic remake. I think that. I think that's dead. That's officially dead.
Yeah.
And this was we talked about that picture that Jeff Keighley showed last week.
That nothing hype bait picture.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the game that it's from.
This is the game that it's from, and let me tell you, I got chills.
What is this? I didn't actually see this trailer.
Oh, dude. Oh, man. We have to watch this trailer. So it gets fucking gory. Like, remember how gory some of the Diablo ones got? The Diablo cinematics? Yeah. This goes way beyond.
Beyond. What is this?
This is Larian's new game.
Oh, okay.
So this is Divinity. They are going back to their bread and butter games.
All right.
This is Divinity. Now, they said it's a continuation of the Divinity series. So we had Divinity. There was a Divinity game, and then there was Divinity Original Sin 1 and 2. This one's just
Divine Divinity.
That was it. That was it. Yeah,
okay.
that was the first one, I think. And now we just have Divinity. So I don't know whether this is a reboot or a continuation of the original Sin story.
Yeah, they're just doing the thing where it's like the Final Destination, but it's like the 6th movie, but they're just dropping numbers from it because.
Well, original Sin 1 and 2 were directly linked, and people are speculating that this guy in the Wicker Man is someone from Divinity 2. I'm not going to spoil who. But if they're calling it Divinity, my assumption is that it's probably a reboot, because this is dark as fuck. This is so. Look at this shit. This is dark. The Divinity games were not this dark. This is like fucked up. There's like a kid cheering on this guy getting burned. There's like these guys are puking and the pigs are eating it up, and like look at this shit. Like, this is gross. This is not their typical.
Arms are coming apart.
Yeah. Like it's just nasty. It's just super nasty.
Remember when I said don't look Urotsuki Doji? It's partially because of stuff like this.
It's gory, yeah. I'm not a gore fan, but
it's gory and then other stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there was even some sexuality in there. I don't know if you noticed. Hopefully, we don't get banned for that.
Yeah, that's the other stuff.
Okay, yeah. But this looks dark as fuck. And Divinity was mature themed, but it was not this dark. Like, look at that.
Lighthearted than this.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. That's a corpse statue that this thing happened. But this man, when this logo appeared, I'm getting chills right now. I'm getting chills right now. You do not know how big of a fan I am.
I never played any of the Divinity games, so.
Oh, man.
This means nothing to me.
Divinity Original Sin 1 and 2, guys. If you haven't played them, go play them. They are
I should play them at some point.
They are phenomenal. They are large games. If you've played Baldur's Gate 3, they're very similar to those, but within the Divinity universe instead of the D&D universe. So there's a lot of differences, but they're still very similar. And they have said that this game is larger in scope than Baldur's Gate 3.
No, don't do that to yourself, guys.
Right? And in budget.
Well, they'll definitely have the money after the success of Baldur's Gate 3, but like...
And what's crazy is that this is their license. This is their IP.
Yeah, they can do whatever
they want. It's crazy.
I hope they take their time, because trying to make something bigger than Baldur's Gate 3, like, which is a game that's just stupidly massive.
Yeah.
Like, please don't rush it.
It's actually... So, people talk about Baldur's Gate 3 as if it's like this massive game. And don't get me wrong. It's a big game. But
when I say it's a massive game, I don't mean like, you can travel anywhere in the world. I mean, like, just all the little differences and things that you can do.
Yeah, it is dense.
Yeah, it's dense.
It's dense.
It is so intricately detailed. So many things take into account all the little decisions that you make.
Yep.
You know, like a Dungeons and Dragons game. Like it's a D&D game that has actually managed to some degree capture the feeling of playing with a DM and not just a D&D themed video game, because of all the things that it can make allowances for in game. And that takes so much work to do, to test, to make sure that it all works correctly.
They'll do early access again, I'm sure.
Hey, I'm sure. Because there's no way that you can, with an in-house team of testers, like, get everything.
Yeah.
Like, you need to outsource it to players.
Yeah.
And even then, they were still patching shit after Baldur's Gate 3 came out. Yeah. Came out like in 1.0. You know what I mean?
Now, I will say it is just a cinematic trailer, which is a little disappointing, because this game is probably 7 years away. Like,
sure.
And when I say 7 years away, I'm not like being facetious. Like,
no, because like Baldur's Gate was in development forever.
Yeah. So like, they clearly have this is like a concept trailer to me, where I'm like, they clearly know what they're doing. Now they have to make it.
But who knows how much work has been done on it.
Yeah. This is
presumably enough that they have assets to use for making a trailer.
Well, don't say that. We've seen trailers before and then never seen the game again.
Yeah. That's what I say. Presumably,
yeah. But like, like, look at this kid's like, let me see the Burning Man, and then there's like, oh yeah, this is crazy. So yeah, I got chills.
Super graphic.
Yeah, I got super. Yeah, look at all the rare. going on there. I got chills when that logo came up. I was like, because this is what I wanted. When Larian announced Baldur's Gate 3, I was like, oh man, I wanted more fucking Divinity, because I had like just finished Divinity Original Sin 2. So I was like Baldur's Gate 3.
You're just in the you're craving more.
I was craving more, and I was like Baldur's Gate 3. That'll be probably really good, but
that pull right there, that cheese pull. You know, like when you lift hot pizza,
cheese pull
off of the like the melty cheese, but it's his fucking arm.
Oh yeah.
It's the flesh from his arm doing the cheese pull.
That's
the part in here where I'm like, okay, that's actually like really gross.
Yeah.
Because it's so graphic.
Not the pigs eating the puke. That's not.
No, that didn't get you. Well, pigs fucking eat anything.
Well, that's true. It's still gross.
Yeah, it's gross, but it's like whatever. Like that, the arm getting pulled apart. That's actually the thing that makes me go, oh god.
Yeah, they did that in the Diablo 4 expansion trailer from like 2 years ago. Yeah, it was pretty gross too. But yeah, and then you see this amalgamation of bodies,
hands and thorns and shit, and also it's still on fire in the middle, which I assume is like some portal to hell or some shit.
Yeah, the story of Divinity is really cool. Obviously, I won't go into it because I hope everyone out there gets to play it. But it's pretty amazing.
I'll add it to the list.
Divinity Original Sin 2's final battle is one of the best final battles in like all of gaming. It's done so well. I just remember beating that game and being like, that's how you fucking do it.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. Because I could talk about Divinity for like 17 years.
Yeah, we could go on forever.
Yeah. So next up was a game from J.J. Abrams and the creator of Left 4 Dead. They combined their efforts, or whatever you want to call them, and created 4 Loop, which looks fine. It's basically like I can't really tell specifically what the mechanics are, but it basically looks like a 4-player co-op roguelite. Like a Left 4 Dead roguelite type game, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, where you die and you get reprinted, which
what that means? Brute force.
Yeah. I don't that concept never impresses me because I'm like, oh, so you respawn.
Yeah, it's a story explanation for
thanks. Yeah, like okay, whatever, you know. But it looks fine, you know. I don't know.
Is that a fucking GameCube from Reboot?
Right. Warning. Incoming
game.
I
heard the siren.
Mm-hmm.
Just embedded into my brain.
But again, PS5 and Steam. No Xbox. Common thread.
Well, there's Sony logos in it, so maybe they're involved in funding / publishing this.
Well, it's Bad Robot Studios that's developing it, and they're not owned by Sony, so it must be a publishing deal.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't have much to say on it. It's fine. You know, you can sign up for playtests on their website, playforloop.com.
Yeah, I mean, visually it looks very impressive, but it's like like you said with Pragmata, it's very reality-ish. It doesn't really have much of a style.
It's just fine.
Other than like, hey, this is our cool sci-fi effect stuff, which I mean might be enough to carry it. Like I said, we haven't seen the full game.
Yeah, I just don't know enough about it to really make a judgment. But based on this trailer,
there's some interesting looking creatures there, so maybe we'll see.
Yeah. All right. Next up, this one has me hooked. This is Coven of the Chickenfoot, which is being made by a new studio called Wildflower Interactive, which I think is made up of like former Naughty Dog and who did they say? Wildflower Interactive. Oh yeah, like studio veterans here. So like Call of Duty, Pathless, Last of Us, Abzu.
Okay, so people know what they're doing.
Oh wait a minute. Oh yeah. Kina, Bridge of Spirits. There's lots of veterans working on this game. So this looks just gorgeous art style, cool idea, kind of funny. You're basically this old lady witch who's traveling with this gargantuan companion.
Sure. Yeah. Oh, she's doing stealth. She's sneaking up.
Yeah. It's really cute.
It's got to be hell on her knees at that age.
Well, she's got chicken feet, so I don't know how that works.
Oh, okay. Also, she's a witch, so she's probably got.
Actually, I think she's a yeah, she's a witch.
Kind of an arthritis spell or something.
It tells the tale of an elderly witch working to fulfill her coven's oath in a quiet, stylized world, experiencing the aftermath of action between adventurers and monsters. In it, you'll bond with a peculiar.
That sounds like an AI written description. Like it's the most like generic, vaguest thing.
It's hard to describe any games anymore with a fucking.
I guess,
but two sentence
following the actions of adventurers. You mean some kind of quest?
No, so like it takes place in like if you were to take a Dungeons and Dragons campaign, it takes place after all the heroes have come through and all the monsters have been slain.
After the end of a hero's quest that changed the world, not after the actions of like it sounds like a robot wrote it.
Well, that's true. In it, you'll bond with a peculiar creature across a thoughtful single-player journey. Coming to Steam, can be wishlist now. So yeah, I'm that one. That one impressed me.
That looks neat.
It kind of reminds me a little bit of like The Last Guardian, where it's like you're walking around with this like pet creature.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. You got a small person and a big creature of some sort, big fluffy creature.
Yeah, looks cute.
So which one do you think is going to die at the end of the game?
Probably her. It's probably chicken food. All right. This one also looks really good. This is the spiritual successor to Soma, another Kepler game. Called Ontos.
That is just the Bethesda Games logo with the gear in a different place.
Which logo?
The Frictional Games logo with the big mechanical gear in it.
Oh yeah, it does kind of look like that, doesn't it? So it's a sci-fi horror game, much like Soma was. Brings players to a repurposed hotel on the moon, and is a sci-fi thriller taking you to the edge of existence, whatever the fuck that means.
Yeah.
It features the award-winning...
It's not the edge of existence if it's just on the fucking moon.
Yeah. It featers the award-winning actor Stellan Skarsgård. It's coming to Steam and PS5 in 2026. Once again, no Xbox. Yep. Yeah, that's gross. Yep. Did you see that? Watch that gross one.
Is the guy like adjusting his skin or something? Yeah, taking it off.
Peeling the neck skin off.
I mean, I guess that's technically an adjustment.
Yeah, she went to the chiropractor herself. She's just Yeah. But look at that guy's face. Guy's got half a face there. Yeah.
Yep.
So.
Oh no, that's going in the brain.
Yeah, this looks really freaky and really weird. I really dig it. Yeah. I really wanted to like Soma, but something about it. Oh, I remember what it was. It's one of those games where you hide from something. So I hope this game is not one of those games, because I hate games where, because like every game that I've played where you hide, where it's just about hiding and you're not defending yourself. The open of the game is so good. It hooks you in. And then it's like, okay, now...
And then it's like, okay, now I'm just hiding in like lockers and closets.
Fucking hate it, man.
10 to 15 hours, yeah.
Yeah, fucking hate it. I'm like, I want to...
That kind of stuff works best when it's like a 3-hour long game at most.
At most, yeah. I'm just like, I want to like your game, but I don't like that style of game. But, you know, to each their own. Some people love that kind of tension and constant dread, but it's not for me. So I hope that's not the case here, but we'll see. Next up is Jonathan Blow's new game.
Oh, here we go.
Order of the Sinking Star is this one. Which
celebrity is he going to cry over not playing the game the way he wants this time?
Who knows? But as you can guess, it's a narrative-driven puzzle game.
Oh, really?
Features over 1,400 puzzles. And it looks like it's like potentially multiplayer and class-based, where like different characters have different abilities to solve puzzles, and like the world changes and it's divided up into different pieces, and it looks really complicated. So like, see here, where
I want
two
to say
worlds.
something. I
Don't
make
do it.
fun of Jonathan Blow a lot on this show. We'll give him credit. He didn't pack up and quit the way that Phil Fish did.
Yeah, that's the Fez guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, and I will say in defense of Phil Fish, words that I will not frequently say, he was getting a lot of shit that he probably didn't deserve. Some of the shit he deserved, but not all of it. But the whole
But he gave up.
I'm gonna he basically tried to get people to apologize to him by threatening to cancel Fez 2, and then when nobody apologized to him and he canceled Fez 2, it was like, well,
peace out.
yeah.
Thanks for your contributions to the games industry.
Jonathan Blow, despite being routinely made fun of by people like me, still actually makes games. So
yeah. And his games aren't bad either. So
despite the crying in the dark room, he actually does have a thicker skin.
He does.
And I think most people give him credit for, including myself.
But yeah, you can see like the worlds, the worlds kind of like collide, and you can do different things in the different worlds. And it pulls out here at some point.
You know what it makes me think of? It kind of reminds me
look at that.
It reminds me of the Adventures of Lolo on the NES, which is a puzzle game where you're like pushing stuff around, blocking enemies, pushing like boulders on switches and stuff.
Yeah.
Which was a game that I liked. So
the only thing that worries me a little bit is that I look at this map and I go, is this like a procedurally generated or something? Because it kind of looks that way.
I don't think so. I would assume that these puzzles are all handmade because you got to make sure they're all completable.
Well, that's true. There's a lot of that fake teamwork voiceovers in this trailer, though, which makes me think it's multiplayer.
Oh, yeah.
But it looks fine. Yep. It looks a little basic, but I know that's not going to be the case because his games
I'm sure it'll get more
complicated
complex as you go. Like they'll establish the different types of puzzles there are in the game, pushing stuff on the switches, redirecting laser beams. You know, they'll introduce, here are the 10 different things that you do in each stage potentially, and now that you know how they work, here's some incredibly crazy shit that we do with it. Solve it. You know, it's like Portals. Portal is, hey, you make opening there, it comes out over there.
Yeah, but like The Witness,
I'll solve it.
The Witness was a game where it's like it's open, so you can do any puzzle in any order. So like it's, if you out there beat The Witness without using any guides, I salute you. You are a smart individual, because that game is fucking hard. It's so, your brain needs to run on another level to beat that game, man.
Yeah, that's why it took him so long to come up with this game, is that 10 years in the making. Yeah, maybe it took him that long to come up with all these puzzles.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's a lot of puzzles. Yeah. Only coming to Steam in 2026 apparently, for now. Next up, we got another deeper look at Exodus, which is the Mass Effect like. Honestly, is the only real way to explain it at this point, from Wizards of the Coast, and a new developer called Archetype Entertainment, which is made up of veterans of Mass Effect, Baldur's Gate, and more.
Oh, really? I never could have told.
Yeah. I want to believe that this game is going to be good, but I just have a lot of fear that this game is not going to be good. It looks good, but I am very much tempering my expectations with this game.
It kind of looks like a lot of other stuff.
Yeah, I'm getting it could end up being like the Mass Effect that we deserve. It really could be.
Yeah.
But it also could be
Mass Effect 4 that people have wanted.
Yeah. But it could also end up being like Temu Mass Effect.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know what to think about it. I'm kind of just trying not to get excited. And also, I thought it was going to be out within the next like 6 months, but as this trailer shows, it's not till early 2027. Yeah. So, and that will probably get pushed. So let's say, you know, by the end of 2027, it will be out. So
their visual department is kind of killing it, though.
Oh yeah, it looks pretty.
Yeah, it looks fantastic.
Yeah, I don't have any qualms about that. The animation looks pretty good. Lip sync looks good. Yeah. Action looks good. It's the question. The question is whether the story and the characters are
whether the game is any good.
Yeah. It does look good though, but I'm just
Space Bear.
Yeah, gotta love a space bear.
There is a game called Bears in Space.
There's a movie called Clowns in Space. Oh no, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I think it might be.
There you go. There's a movie called Gay Somethings from Outer Space. I'm not going to say the somethings. It's a no. I'm not going to say that word.
Gay somethings. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
I'll substitute it. Gay ninjas from outer space. It's a different N word. They made a movie called that.
Wow.
For some reason.
I'm sure there's absolutely terrible names out there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Also, this is a new studio, so that's also something to always kind of keep in mind. It's like that doesn't always work out very well. Yeah. So we'll see.
It sounds like one of those things where it's like, oh, you're made up of people who worked on all these like really big games. Sure, here's a budget.
Yeah, because it's Wizards of the Coast, right? These are the Baldur's Gate guys.
Clearly, they've got a budget if that's what the game looks like.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens there. And this was not the only Wizards of the Coast game.
Beach Wizards.
Space Wizards?
Beach Wizards, because they're Wizards of the Coast. So they're on the beach.
Yes. Well, does a coast necessarily involve a beach? Could be a cliff.
All beaches are part of a coast.
Well, that's true.
Coast is the edge where land meets water. So anywhere where land meets water is coast.
That's true.
So beach is coast.
Wizards of the beach.
But not all coast is beach.
Magicians of the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is Warlock. And there was a famous actress that came out to introduce this game because she's the star of it. I couldn't tell you who she is. But people were speaking highly of her. So
there's this really famous person who I had no idea who she was.
No idea. No clue. Did not. I am not a pop culture 2025 guy, but she plays the main character. Her.
Okay.
So it's called Warlock. We get a gameplay reveal at the Summer Games Fest, and then it launches in 2027. It's a third-person single-player action-adventure set in the Dungeons & Dragons universe, and is in development with Invoke Studios, which is another studio that I'm not familiar with. Let's go take a look at them. Invoke. How much you want to bet? This is another new studio.
Are they going to be made up of former Baldur's Gate, Mass Effect, et cetera, developers?
Right.
Can we get the trifecta in this episode?
Let's see. Our game, enter a new realm, blah, 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 blah. Bring your own magic, opportunities, they're hiring. Where's your about page, sirs? Mission, there we go. Oh, they're in Montreal. They're a AAA studio in Montreal.
Former IDOS Montreal people then.
Or Ubisoft. Uh-oh.
Or Ubisoft, yeah.
We're a team of spirited game developers who put players first. We'd love for you to join us. Blah, 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 blah. Values, blah, 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 blah. Hey, he's got the same keyboard I've got. Look at that. Yeah, it doesn't say.
Okay, well.
Not that I can find off in a quick glance. But it does seem like a new studio. I don't see anything on there about any other game. So there's a lot of new studios. Probably because
it's almost like thousands of people have been laid off in the last few years.
So dumb.
And they've decided to make their own studios.
We'll shut them down and then they'll make their own studios and we'll buy them too.
Right. And then shut them down again and the cycle continues.
Yep. All right, Remedy Entertainment shocked the world with Control Resonant, it's called. Now I'm not sure if this is actually Control 2 or if this is a spin-off. We're not really clear on it.
I mean, it looked pretty Control 2 to me.
But it doesn't. It doesn't. You're not playing the same character, and you don't have her powers.
You're not playing in the exact same way. But I mean, it like story wise, like there's a bunch of dead people in front of the Federal Bureau.
Oh yeah, it's definitely takes place after Control. There's no doubt about that.
Narratively, it's got to be a sequel, and it seems like it's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, you play Jesse's brother, Dylan. I don't personally care. Control didn't do anything for me. I think we've talked about this on the show before.
And I played it recently enough that I could, I could go for another one. Like by the time this will be out, I'll be up for another one. Is basically it.
This one's coming to everything in 2026.
And it's not FBC Firebreak, so
yeah.
It's also got that going for it.
Yeah, just calls it a story-rich action game, which is probably what we're expecting. So, yeah, it's another Remedy game. It
looks kind of Devil May Cry-ish, but I look at this and I say, based on the powers that you got in Control, if they were going to extend it even further, this is actually kind of where I'd see it going, where you're basically just fighting like a superhero.
Yeah.
Because like if you think of all the abilities that Jesse has by the end of the game.
I didn't beat it, so yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, you get pretty souped up.
Yeah, I got a lot of powers. I must have got like 66% through, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, so I would imagine if you just continued on that path, you'd probably get to stuff that's like this. So at first I was like, and then I thought about it for a moment. And I goes, oh no, yeah, that actually kind of tracks if you carry on that progression.
He does look like a badass with those two spears kind of things.
Yeah, they're like transforming into melee weapons, like how the gun transforms into different ranged weapons.
Yeah, I'm interested. Like, I'm not saying I'm not interested in this game. I have no connection to the lore of these games at this point. They're just so fucking confusing. So I'm interested for the gameplay, but the story is so convoluted now, and now it includes Alan Wake. So it's like I don't fucking know anymore. But shocking that it's coming next year, though. That's pretty quick. I didn't expect them to.
I mean, Control came out a few years ago.
Yeah, it's been long. Usually, I mean, I guess I'm just so used to companies being like, "Hey, we have a new game. See you in a couple years." You know.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see that in there.
I guess they must have been developing this kind of in tandem with Alan Wake too. Like, there's no way they just started it after finishing Alan Wake 2. Not if it's like this complete to show off in that state. There were a lot of different environments there.
What do you notice about this image?
It says wishlist now. It does not have a release date.
What about below that? I just caught this.
There is PS5, but no Xbox and no Steam.
So have they made some sort of publishing agreement with PlayStation? That's weird.
Maybe, or maybe it's just like a timed exclusivity thing, because nothing stays exclusive forever anymore.
Well, the thing I'm looking at says it's coming to Xbox and PC as well in 2026. So I don't know. That's a little weird. Maybe it's one of those things like Call of Duty was advertised by Sony for a while, and they were just like, we're not going to put the Xbox logo in there. I know it's coming to Xbox, but
maybe
we're gonna align this as a PlayStation title. Maybe that's what it is. All right. Next up was the new game coming from former Yakuza developers, I think.
Yeah.
Natoshi, is that his name? Natoshi. It'll say the studio name here in a second. I think, yeah, there you go. Nagoshi. Former Yakuza guy, I think. But we don't really know anything about it. This was basically just a cool trailer. We don't know the platforms. We don't know the release window. We know nothing. Other than this guy is a fucking badass. This guy comes in and points a gun at this guy and is like, "You owe us fucking money," and he just fucking picks up his phone and is like, "Yeah, hey man, how's it going?" It's fucking awesome. He looks like just a badass. Look at this. Oh yeah? You're seriously pointing a gun at me right now? Really? I don't fucking think so.
He probably knows that the guy's not going to get his money if he shoots him.
Well, that's true. And then he's like, "Fuck this, shoot this guy." Okay, I'm dead. It's awesome. He's like, "Oh, holy."
And this guy's like,
I'm fucked.
Yeah.
And then he just casually walks out like, "All right, another day, another fucking dollar." Jesus.
I hope he fucking left a tip for that bartender. That's going to be expensive to clean up those bodies.
Right. So this is Gang of Dragon. So I don't know if it's like a Yakuza game or if it's like this guy wanting to go distinct. Legally distinct against Yakuza. I just if the whole game has that style to it, I'm on board. But if it goes in the Yakuza direction, then count me out. I just don't fucking care. I just don't care about Yakuza anymore. I'm sorry. Games are fucking huge. They're so over the top. I just can't do it, man. Just can't do it. But it looks. This at least looks interesting and cool.
Why would you grab the sword?
Because he's that much of a badass, dude.
It's already in you.
Well, maybe he stopped it, and it's just like slightly in him. I don't know. Who knows? Just the tip.
That looked like more than just the tip.
That's what she said. All right, this is DC, Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. This is the Arkham Asylum-like, but in Lego. Set for release May 29th, 2026 on everything. So, yeah.
Okay.
It looks great. This is the one that's not like the Lego games. This is like Arkham combat and Arkham style gameplay and everything. So looks really good.
Not really selling me on it.
Yeah, I know you won't like it. I will probably love this. Even though I don't like Lego games typically, I think they're all kind of just the same. This one at least feels different. We've talked about it before.
Different in that it feels like the
Arkham games.
5 other Batman games that they've made in the last decade.
Yeah. 4. Shut up. But it does look good. I didn't talk about so when we were talking about the I'll just let this play. Control. That was the one that I was going to comment on, the stage seizure inducing lights. So like when they when they started to present that game, they obviously don't tell you what the game is until the trailer plays, obviously.
Yeah.
But they did that thing where like it goes dark and then they had that like red thing from Control, those red swirls and all that stuff happening, and then there was one of those guys, those guys that like hang in the air, those bodies. They had a guy actually hanging from like a rope, looking like he was suspended in midair like that. But then it did like those freaking crazy kaleidoscope looking effects, and it was just like shh. And I was like, holy shit, the people in there must be having just the lights come back on and everyone's just like
it was foaming at the mouth.
It looked terrible. I was like, holy shit, careful guys, get a lawsuit on your hands. All right, next up was the worst kept secret in the games industry for the last, I don't know, 5 months probably at this point. Tomb Raider is back. In more ways than one. So they announced Tomb Raider Catalyst, which is what we're seeing here. This is coming to Xbox Series, Steam, PS5 in 2027. Yeesh. It does look like I don't want to call it a return to form or anything, but it definitely looks a little darker and more like she's a badass. Whereas in the previous trilogy, she was kind of like the underdog and kind of like at the beginning of her journey. This is kind of a return to her being like an experienced badass. But this is also a reboot, clearly, because this is not the same actress from the last trilogy.
So this isn't like the Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Yeah, I don't think this is any
Okay.
connection to those ones. This seems like a complete reboot again.
How many times have they rebooted Tomb Raider at this point?
3?
This has got to be like the third time.
Yeah, I think this is the third time. Yeah, I think so. At least, potentially a fourth. But yeah, 2027, from Crystal Dynamics, of course. And then right after that, they're like, "Hey, we're also remaking Tomb Raider 1
again."
Yeah. The last one was Legends, right? Legends was or was it Anniversary? I can't remember
I
anymore.
believe it was Anniversary.
Anniversary, yeah.
Yeah, Flying Wild Hog, that caught my attention because, like, okay, the Shadow Warrior remake guys, okay, interesting.
Yeah. I wasn't really sure what to make of this one. So this one's coming.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that this was a remake until the very end, where it shows the
dinosaurs,
the doorway from the first level in the original Tomb Raider.
Oh,
you know where the wolves come out as she's opening it and like kill her guide, and then she jumps down with the guns and kills them. I was like, hey, wait a minute, I recognize that entrance. She killed the local wildlife there.
I started to get inclinations that this was a remake right here with the loop-de-loop, because that animation was used a lot.
Oh yeah, and also she does that. Yeah, that's another one. Yeah. I noticed that as well.
I saw that and I was like, that's not a tribute.
I saw that and I went, oh, I remember that animation.
Yeah, I'm like, that's not a tribute. Is this a remake? And then the second I saw the dinosaur, I'm like, oh, this is a fucking remake of 1?
Yeah,
okay.
that wasn't immediately obvious to me from the dinosaur, but I was looking at this and seeing all this stuff and going, there's a lot of stuff from the old games in here.
Yeah.
And then I see the doorway. And I was like, okay, this is definitely a remake or reimagining or something.
Yeah, I'm a big Tomb Raider fan of the previous trilogy. So this has a lot to live up to for me. And visually, the character looks kind of cool. And the graphics look cool, but
yeah, there's that fucking door.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's got to be a remake, because why the hell would she go back there? She already rated that too. She's got everything of value that was in there.
They actually reference this in the other trailer.
Really?
Yeah, they're like, they were like, you explored the depths of Atlantis or something like that. They were like going over her accomplishments, basically setting up that she was a seasoned Lara Croft.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I have my reservations with these ones for some reason. I don't know.
I generally have my reservations with Tomb Raider games.
I mean, I love Tomb Raider. At least the reboot. The reboot was fantastic, and Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Overall, the series has had hits and some pretty serious misses.
Yeah, we'll see. 2027 is a long way away for the new one. I don't have high hopes for the remake. I just feel like,
who knows?
Especially if you
maybe not, whatever.
If you look at the gunplay, that's where I was like, ooh, that doesn't look great. Like, watch the bullets.
Yeah, but like, how much of this is actually in game, and how much of this is just like hype trailer?
Well, if it's hype trailer, that is terrible. Look at that. The bullets. The bullets. They're hitting them, but they're not doing anything.
Yeah. Okay, so maybe it's gameplay from like a cinematic camera. Or something.
They're just like disappearing. I'm like, okay, whatever. But yeah, I'm a little concerned about the remake. We'll see what the full one does.
Yeah.
But I like Tomb Raider, so we'll see what happens. This one pissed me off. This is Forest 3. From End Night Games.
Okay.
The developers of.
Why is he playing chess in space?
So yeah, this is like a completely new game. Like it's Forest 3, but they're clearly not telling the story of the Forest 1 and 2. Clearly that story's over, and now they're starting from scratch in a completely different time period. Clearly,
is this like Grandchildren of the Forest?
They just call it Forest 3, so. I don't know. You also have this weird hook hanging from your backpack. You can see it at the top of the screen.
I mean, you had that in Death Stranding as well, but at least it wasn't in your field of view all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a first-person game, which it does look gorgeous. I will say that.
Oh, sure, absolutely.
Yeah, Sons of the Forest looks gorgeous too. What pissed me off about it though was Sons of the Forest is still not on fucking console, and you're now announcing a third game already. Where's the console version? Fuck! I'm still waiting. You said it was coming. Where is it? Fuck you. Why are you working on the third game? Finish the second one.
Now we got the naked people.
Yeah, now we got the fucking cannibals.
Yeah. Always got to have those cannibal dongs just hanging out.
Cannibal dongs.
Swinging around. Oh, there's that leg thing. It's like the lady with like the 12 pairs of legs or whatever. It really is just called Forest 3. Not even just Forest 3.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Did you even get a trademark for that?
No, I don't think so.
Gotta at least stick a "the" in front of it, guys. Come on.
Well, I mean, they went with The Forest in the first game, and then Sons of the Forest, and now it's Forest 3. So, their naming conventions are just as bad.
What's the next one going to be? Two Forest, Two Furious?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I hate bad naming conventions. We could do a whole show on that fucking shit.
Yeah.
So, it looks good, but I'm just like, I haven't even played the second one because you guys haven't fucking released it on the goddamn fucking consoles
yet.
You've
got a PC that can handle it now.
Yeah, but I want to play it with my buddy because we play we love these survival like games like Grounded and Forever Skies and Subnautica and stuff like that. So I want to play it with him, and he doesn't have a PC, so it needs to come to console. It needs to come to console. I did try it on PC, and it's cool, but it's not a game you want to play alone. It's a game. It's a game that's meant.
Maybe your buddy can get a Steam machine.
Maybe. All right, what do we got next? PSA. Hogwarts Legacy is free right now on Epic Games Store. So that's crazy because that game's still full priced, $80 Canadian. So take it from me, somebody who is not a Harry Potter fan. It's worth playing. There's no Harry Potter in it. It's not about the Harry Potter story. It is literally just the setting of Harry Potter. That's it. So, highly recommend you go play that game. It's fucking free, and it is one of the best games of 2023. Snag it. It's free until the 18th, so you still have, well, as of this recording, 6 days to get it, or less than that.
I will continue to not play it because I fucking hate Harry Potter.
But it's not Harry Potter.
It's not about the character.
Oh, okay.
It's not about the character. It's about the whole everything.
That game is gorgeous, though, dude. It's so fun. Oh, my God. I can't wait for the sequel. It's going to be so good. What was this? So we got the expansion for Diablo 4 Lord of Hatred. April 28th. And it includes 2 new classes, not just one. We finally get the Paladin. And they haven't said what the other class is. But the Paladin, surprise, it's out today. Shadow drop. As long as you pre-order, of course, Lords of Hatred.
And by pre-ordering, I assume you mean pre-purchasing.
Yeah. They're also returning the Herodric Cube.
So, item combining again?
Yeah, which is pretty cool. And we're finally gonna have a battle with Mephisto.
I mean, you fought Mephisto in Diablo 2.
Let me tell you something. Diablo 4 does not include Diablo yet, still.
Jesus Christ.
The main villain of the core game is Lilith, who you kill in the core game. Spoilers for anyone who gives a shit about fucking story in Diablo. And Mephisto's kind of involved, but you capture him in his stupid soul stone or whatever that thing is called.
Oh yeah, because that worked out so well before.
Yeah, and one of the characters takes it away and runs away, and
of course
gets corrupted, and now he's I'm assuming he escapes.
Oh, geez, it's almost like this has happened before.
Yeah. Story is not Diablo's strongest suit, clearly.
Yeah, well, by the time, like, even with Diablo 3, it was like, yeah, we killed all those motherfuckers. Yeah, but they're back. How?
Yeah.
Because we needed another game.
Yeah.
It was a fun game, but, like, it was clear that they'd thrown out giving a shit about story. They also changed a fuck ton of the Diablo story just to suit Diablo 3.
Yeah, that's why I said, like, lore is not the strong suit of the
series.
It's about the gameplay. It's about the gameplay.
It's always about the gameplay.
The cinematics are great, but yeah.
Yeah.
There's an amazing cinematic in Diablo 4, though, where you invade hell with, like, an army.
They're always amazing. Like, Blizzard's cinematic team is incredible.
Amazing. Yeah, they're so good.
Always has been.
Just wish the gameplay was that good, because it still doesn't come anywhere near the gore level.
Like, that just looks like a guy.
Yeah. Where was the? Did you see this where he cuts him with the sword? Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, that's fucking sick. It's dope. Can't do that in the game, but it looks dope. Yeah. So like, Diablo 4 is just this like live service game, and I guess you'll get to kill Diablo in like 10 years.
As part of some special event, or
well, no, an expansion probably, because that seems to be what they're doing. You know, you faced Lilith in the first game. Now you're facing Mephisto.
Well, that's how you faced Lilith in Diablo 2. She was part of a special event on Battle.net.
Oh my god!
So maybe that's how you kill Diablo in Lilith's game.
Wow!
It's part of a special non-canon multiplayer event.
I think this game is probably going to be milked to shit for the next 15 years. That's my guess.
Of course.
I mean, Diablo 3 is still being milked. It's on season like 39 or something crazy like that but aren't
online. They just repeating earlier seasons?
I think so. Yeah, I think it's in maintenance mode. Yeah, but you know, it's still going. But yeah, anyway, that's that, and it's still a paid expansion because they lied, as I've stated on this show before.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking assholes. All right, let's move on. Now we're going to get into some random ones here. Some of these might be out of order, but I was trying to go in order of the show, but I don't really care. This is just more about John Carpenter's Toxic Commando, which, when they initially debuted this game, I was like, this game looks like shit. This game looks crap-tastic. And it seems like every time they show it off now, I'm like, okay, it's looking better. It's looking better. It's looking better. And now I'm looking at it going, I kind of want to play it now. Like, it's almost like it was shown off way too early. Because this looks fun.
Probably was.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's been a while since they've announced it, so.
Yep.
But this looks really good. No brains, no brakes, no filter. Just gas! Anyway, March 12th, 2026. This next one is No Law from Crafton. This is the Ascent guys. The guys who made the Ascent. I don't know if you remember that one. Yeah. That was the twin stick Diablo-like shooter kind of thing. Yeah. This one's an open world first person sci-fi shooter in which you play as an ex-cop forced back into action. It's headed to Xbox Series, Windows PC, and PS5. No release date. It doesn't look too bad. I'm unaware of the details of this, so don't quote me on anything. But I guess there's some potential controversy with AI in this game. I don't know the specifics of what they're using it for or anything like that, but it doesn't look bad. I don't see any AI related jank or anything like that in this, so I don't know. We'll have to follow it. It looks not bad though.
Yeah.
It looks like Cyberpunk Light.
Yeah.
And the Ascent was pretty good. I couldn't really get into it, but it was pretty good. Oh, here we go. I gotta breathe.
I think I know what's coming next.
I gotta breathe here. Okay.
Oh no, okay. it's not what I was thinking of, but it's also I know what this is.
Yeah. So this is Resident Evil Requiem. And they revealed another worst kept secret in gaming, that Leon Kennedy is also in this game. But then we got the bombshell that really made me go, oh no. Oh god. Please no. And this is still painful for me. So when they initially showed this game, I think you and I both agreed that like that was the way they showed off the debut of this game. It was weird. It was a bad trailer. It was just like
it was I don't know if I'd say it was a bad trailer, but it was kind of weird.
Yeah, it was just the girl.
They did some things in it that were like kind of odd.
Yeah. Well, ever since then I've had this like nagging feeling that this game is in trouble for some reason, and I couldn't shake what it was. And I think I found the problem. Because after this trailer was shown off, they announced that this is a dual campaign game. So you play as Miss Ashcroft here, the one we've been seeing for most of the trailers, in a survival horror-esque experience. And when you play as Leon, you get an action-oriented experience. Where have we heard this before, Capcom?
Here's the problem. I like Resident Evil 6.
I fucking hate you so much right now. That game sucks!
I love Resident Evil 6.
Okay, well, this game's for you then.
That shot was just fucking stolen from Jurassic Park right there.
Yeah, it was.
No, I like Resident Evil 6, but I totally understand why people don't. It's because they were quite reasonably expecting a survival horror game, and they got
a third of one.
Game. Yeah, they got an action game, a survival horror-ish action game, and a survival horror game.
And they're doing it again. Why? Why are they doing this? Why? I don't want half a game.
I'm fine with it as long as it plays well.
I mean, I'll reserve judgment for when it comes out. I heard that and I went, are you fucking kidding me? Why? Why couldn't this been both? This could have been merged together. Why did you have to have two separate campaigns? Why? There's no need to do this like, play as this character and you get a survival horror experience. Play as this character and you get an action experience. Why couldn't the game just be balanced?
So like, you don't know, like, because the Chris campaign in Resident Evil 6 is just like a full-on third-person shooter.
Yeah, I hated that game. God, I hated that game. Yeah.
I that was my least favorite campaign, I will say. But like when they talk about it being action, maybe it's just like the Resident Evil 4 remake.
No, watch. Did you see the footage?
I saw what they showed here.
Where's the here? Watch. This shit looks like straight out of Resident Evil 6. Boom, boom, kick, boom.
You do that stuff in Resident Evil 4, even in the original. You do that kind of stuff. You're gonna tell me that looks way more actiony than when you do a roundhouse kick to a giant invisible praying mantis?
Wait, what was that in?
It was in the original Resident Evil 4.
Wow, I don't remember that.
Don't you remember the praying mantis section?
Praying mantis in Resident Evil 4?
Yeah, in like the dungeon, and the little Napoleon dude is like, I left out some of my pets for you to play with. That was a terrible accent, but you're in, and then they're like the praying mantises. They're invisible, and then they only become visible when they attack you.
There's probably a reason I don't remember it, because it wasn't good. It was a weak part of that game. I didn't like it.
Don't tell me that this is like, oh no, it's gonna be like 6. When it's like, no, that looks about as action packed as the original 4 was, and obviously that's only like a section. Like, we don't know.
I know. I'm reserving judgment but I just have the worst
You're
feeling about
reserving
this
judgment,
game.
but also saying it looks like fucking shit. That doesn't sound like reserved judgment.
I didn't say it looked like shit. I did not at any point say it looks like shit.
You said that it looked like Resident Evil 6.
It does look like Resident Evil 6 to me. I have fears. I have PTSD, right, from that game.
Oh, come on. It's not that bad.
Oh, that game sucks so bad. Oh my god, that game was bad. Yeah.
No, the Chris campaign, fine. The Leon campaign was fine.
The Leon campaign was more horror-esque. That's why. It was more survival horror-esque. I mean, the other two sucked. The other two were terrible. God awful.
If you play as Sherry in the Jake campaign, it's actually not as painful.
No, I'm not. Don't defend it.
No, I'm just telling you. Playing as Sherry is less painful.
I will never play that game again. Actually, I did like the was it Mercenaries mode or whatever it was. I did like that.
Yeah, the Mercenaries mode in that game is great. Everybody agrees because that's when Resident Evil should be an action game.
Yeah.
Is in Mercenaries mode.
Yeah, I played the shit out of Mercenaries mode in 5. Love that game.
Yeah, Mercenaries is great. That's why I didn't have a problem with it being an action game. It's because I like Mercenaries mode a lot. I realize that I'm not the core audience for that game. And so people, hate Resident Evil 6, but I am the core audience for Resident Evil 6.
Here's my fear. My fear is
I am the person they made it for. Blame me.
Yeah. My fear is that I played 7. 7 is amazing. It is phenomenal. Amazing.
I gotta get to it. 8
is good, but not as good as 7 because they went more heavy on the action. And now we're going to get I'm scared, man. And then not only are they doing dual campaigns, but they're doing that dual view thing. Remember that? Where they're like, you can play in third person or first person. So it's just like when you try to reach out to satisfy too many people, you end up satisfying nobody. And I'm really scared that they're not going to I don't know. I'm scared for this game.
I think, for the record, I think you're doing great, and that you should make Resident Evil 6 too.
I think I just threw up in my mouth.
I would love that. I would love it. I would be so happy if you just kept making them like 6.
I will give Capcom the benefit of the doubt because they're on a roll. They're on a fucking roll. But don't say I told you so, or don't. What you know the phrase I'm looking for. You don't say I didn't tell you so, because I got some heebie-jeebies about this game, and not the right heebie-jeebies. And this guy sounded like fucking Heath Ledger Joker at the beginning of this trailer. Did you notice that shit? It was uncanny. I was like, Heath, you back alive?
He's even covered in scars.
Yeah.
He'd just be like, I don't know how I got these scars.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's move on. This one I was confused at because I could have sworn this game existed already. Maybe I'm wrong, but Total War Warhammer 40,000. Does this game not exist already?
Yeah, there is a Total War Warhammer game. It is already a thing that exists.
I thought so. I thought so. I was like, okay.
They really fucked up by not just calling it Total Warhammer.
I know, that's what I thought too. I was like, what? It named itself.
Even the logo, it could be like the Total from the Total War logo, and then the Warhammer is from the Warhammer logo.
Fucking morons.
Yeah, congratulations. I just did your job for you.
Better, yeah.
For free.
But that means we have to get rid of our logo. No, it doesn't.
Yeah, I'm assuming every single person who worked on this game had the exact same idea, and they said, no, we have to call it Total War Warhammer because branding.
Exactly. Because logos. But yeah, the guy that came out was the cop from Stranger Things. What's his name?
I haven't seen Stranger Things.
Go watch Stranger Things.
Maybe when we finish The Witcher and Fallout Season 2.
All right. What the hell was it? What the hell's his name? I don't know. He's the cop from Stranger Things. But he came out and introduced it and was like, you know where Total War is going next? A place that's close to my heart. Acting like Total War had never gone there before.
Yeah.
And then it was like the grim dark future of Warhammer 40,000. And
Oh, you
everyone,
mean that thing that it did like 8 years ago?
yeah, and everyone was kind of looking at each other like, oh, they're going to do that again? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, people like that game, so like, there's no reason not to be excited about it. But,
yeah, good for them, right? Yeah.
I mean, it's this is they have done this before with the same title.
And I will say it does look good. I have no interest in Total War, but it does look good. I mean, look at the scale of these battles. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. When's that fucking Warhammer show coming out on Amazon? The one that Henry Cavill left The Witcher for.
Didn't even know that was a thing, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah. That's why he left that show, is to work on the Warhammer show.
Oof. That show's gonna bomb hard. I can't imagine that show's gonna do
not
well.
Necessarily.
We'll see.
There's a lot you can do with Warhammer.
If you do it well.
Well, that's true of anything. You have to do it well.
Well, that's true. Next up was the return of Ace Combat. Ace Combat 8, Wings of Thief.
Are we gonna have another JPEG dog in this one?
I have nothing to say about Ace Combat. It's not my bag, but it's coming.
Yeah, I've never really played any games. It's an arcade flight combat game. It's fine. It's just I've just never been like, okay, I got to play this.
These dogfighting games never interest me because I'm like, you just spend all your time spinning in circles shooting some like a target reticle.
Yeah, kind of.
You know, that's basically all you do, and I'm just like, it's not fun to me. It's cool that you're flying a jet. That's really cool, but like most of the time you're just turning, trying to get to the other guy.
You just fly in circles around each other.
Yeah.
They make it look cool in movies, but yeah, it is kind of just flying around in circles. Yeah. Trying to get behind the other guy.
I also didn't the first time I played Ace Combat, I didn't realize how anime it was. I was like, holy shit.
Oh yeah, it's super anime.
Yeah. I was like, oh.
It's totally unhinged.
Yeah. I was like, oh, okay. Didn't realize this was a thing. All right. This is when I lost my shit. Did you lose your shit?
Yeah.
I lost my shit. From the makers of Burnout comes Star Wars Galactic Racer.
My shit has yet to be found.
Couldn't believe it. Now, I'm not saying this game's going to turn out well. Let's be real.
I mean, we don't know. You know, we never know until it's out. But
we don't know.
Like, this I actually, because I looked at this and I was like, oh, is this a new pod racing game?
Yeah.
And it's not.
It kind of. I mean, there's pods in it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not exclusively a pod racing game, but I mean it's pod racing.
It's
right?
it's
They're
definitely
not
a modern
all pod racers, but it's basically this.
I mean, they fucking show Sebulba at the end of the thing. There's pods in the game.
High speed racing in Star Wars. So it's pod racing under a different name, which I am super happy about because I fucking love Episode 1 Racer. I've talked about my love of that game before.
Yeah, man, and it looks gorgeous. And it's by Burnout guys. They know fucking racing. So like, former Criterion. I mean, who else would you get to do this? This is a match made in heaven.
I mean, they've found the right people. I think.
Yeah, if anyone can pull it off, there he is.
And there's fucking Sebulba.
Love it. Coming to everything in 2026. Yep. Love it.
Happy about that.
All right, next up we had this trailer for Street Fighter, the movie. And we had a really weird stage interaction where they brought out like 80% of the cast and introduced them one at a time. They were like, Cody Rhodes as Guile. You know, and there's one after another came out until there was like 20 people on stage. And then they did a mostly cringe dialogue session. Promoting the movie. There was a hilarious moment though when Andrew Schultz I'm pretty sure he did this not like he didn't get permission to do it. Like he just took the mic from somebody before he was about to say whatever he was going to say, and he was like, and we're so hyped up about this movie, but we're not the only game movie cast who's joining us today on the stage. Please, everybody, give your hands up for the Mortal Kombat 2 cast. And everyone went batshit crazy. And then he's like, I'm just kidding. They wouldn't come unless they got paid. Something like that.
Okay.
And everyone kind of like snickered and laughed. It was pretty funny.
Yeah.
They would only come if they got paid, something like that. Yeah, the Street Fighter movie looks super.
Oh, they're even taking apart the car.
Yeah, they went all out. Yeah. The cast, I think, is all over the fucking place. It's all over the place. You got 2 wrestlers in there. You got Cody right there as Guile. You've got Roman Reigns as that guy. Who is that guy?
Very descriptive.
That guy. Crap. Where is he? That guy. Guy with the big beads. Akuma, yeah. He's Roman Reigns is Akuma. You got Blanca is Jason Momoa.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, but it looks super cheesy, which is probably the way to go with it, honestly, because it's really difficult to make.
I mean, as long as fucking Guile, the Americanist American to ever America, doesn't have a French accent, then...
No, he's from Texas.
Yeah, just because Jean-Claude Van Damme played him in the 90s movie and kept up that French accent.
Cody Rhodes' wrestling persona is the American Nightmare. So yeah. He wears like all like American flag.
They got the hair. How are they ever going to top Raul Julia as M. Bison? That's like the most unexpectedly fun thing I think I've ever seen in a video game movie. Is like, hey, we're going to have this movie based on this fighting game. It's going to be terrible. But then we'll have Raul Julia, and he will absolutely fucking steal the show.
Yeah. It looks entertaining. It looks as entertaining as the Mortal Kombat reboot movie did, and I really liked that movie. I thought it was fucking hilarious. We'll see how this one turns out. It's certainly got a big fucking cast, that's for sure.
It can't be worse than The Legend of Chun-Li.
No, it cannot. Well, I saw Borderlands, the movie, so.
Oh, whoa! I wasn't comparing it to Borderlands.
I know. I'm just saying.
I was comparing it to other Street Fighter movies.
It could be bad. You never know. Yeah, I love how the Dutch giant is I can't remember his damn name. The big muscular guy. The huge muscular dude. Zangief, yeah. Yeah. The Dutch giant is Zangief. I watch him on YouTube all the time. Dude's fucking massive. He's like 7'3", I think. He was the one pulling the
Yeah.
The cart. I don't know where he is. But yeah, we'll see how it all pans out. Next up was Lords of the Fallen 2. Which looks really good. I couldn't get into Lords of the Fallen 1 because it's Souls-like and these games are fucking brutal. Yeah. But it looks amazing. I want to like them. I've had this discussion a million times with a million people. Add difficulty settings to your games, guys. I really want to play your games.
Yep.
I don't know what to say. But it's coming... some point. I don't have a release date written down. 2026. Oh, PS5 exclusive. Interesting.
At least that's what it shows there.
Yeah, not even a Steam logo. Okay. Oh yeah, and then they updated the first game. This one is Out of Words, co-op only adventure from Epic Games Publishing. From a studio in Denmark. It's kind of cute. He plays these two. It's like a stop motion game.
Yeah.
Co-op only, 2-player, like split fiction kind of. Except it's like a side scroller and top down. When the screen's not split, you're like always on the same screen. And your mouths are closed for some reason. And there's some gameplay. Looks cute.
Yeah.
We kind of have a little bit of an epidemic of these co-op only games all of a sudden because of the success of It Takes Two. which I don't mind, but I kind of wish that these games would have an AI companion to play these games with.
Yeah, but a big part of the experience is solving the puzzles with second person.
It is and it isn't. So like I played It Takes Two, probably like a good half of it, I would say, and because this is the thing, because you play the game on the same screen and you're always in the same area, it's not like Portal 2 where you're like separated a bunch of time and you have to talk to each other in order to solve puzzles. Like I prefer that style of co-op game, where you have to cooperate and it's required to communicate to do it.
Yeah.
Like you have to communicate, whereas these games are more like play together. So I don't know. I like the idea, don't get me wrong. I think more co-op needs to happen, but forced co-op, I don't know, man. That's just a me thing. Looks cute though. And then we got a release date for Phantom Blade Zero finally. The game that's being worked on by like one dude. Which looks absolutely fantastic, by the way. We'll fast forward a little bit through here because this trailer's fucking long as shit. But we've seen this game many times. Still looks great. But it has a release date now. Still pretty far away, though. September 9th, 2026. For PC and PS5. Not much else to say. It looks great. I just hope it's not a Souls-like, because then I will not be able to play it. All right, next we have the game that I thought was gonna get roasted over the fucking coals, but I haven't heard anything yet.
Oh yeah, this is the one that I thought you were showing when Resident Evil 9 trailer came up.
I cannot believe that they went this route.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, so this is Mega Man. The return of Mega Man. After all this fucking time, we get Mega Man. In his classic 2D side-scrolling style. Until you see the art style that they decided to go with. And then you go, what the fuck? What is this?
What's wrong with this?
No!
What do you mean no? Explain yourself.
This art style sucks. I hate this art style. It is.
Why?
This is not what I want from this is not Mega Man to me. This is like a cartoon. What the
fuck are you talking about?
No.
Yeah, but this is what Mega Man always looked like.
You know what this looks like? Mighty Number 9.
What? Okay, there's no need to be vulgar.
But seriously, they're like, hey, Mega Man's back. You still have to wait possibly 2 years for it to come out. But here's your 2D side-scroller that looks like this. And I lost interest immediately.
What are you talking about? This is what Mega Man has always looked like.
No.
Yeah.
This looks like cheap, cel-shaded garbage. I hate this art style.
The fuck? What are you talking about?
I hate it. I'm sorry.
Like you never played a Mega Man game past the NES.
No, I love Mega Man X. This doesn't look like Mega Man X. This looks like...
No. Past the NES, I said. It does not look like Mega Man X, okay? But there is a difference between Mega Man X and classic Mega Man, okay? This is what classic Mega Man looks like. Did you play Mega Man 7 on the Super Nintendo? Did you play Mega Man 8 on the PlayStation?
No.
Well, then that's
why. But this is not
because
Mega Man 12. This is a whole new thing. Why does it look like... I hate it. I'm sorry. I hate it.
This is what Mega Man 11 looked like as well.
No. Wasn't it the classic NES art style?
No. Mega Man 9 and 10 were, and then 11, we had this conversation before. Mega Man 11 had 3D graphics, but was a side-scroller.
Oh yeah, that one was fucked.
Like
yeah, that one was ass. That one looked like shit too. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry. This colorful, cartoony, just doesn't fit Mega Man for me. I'm sorry.
What the fuck are you talking about? You mean the game where the some of the enemies are guys with big anime eyes under construction hats? This doesn't work for you?
This looks oh my god. I'm looking at Mega Man 11 now, and I hate it even more now.
You're insane. Okay, you're complaining about the game's art style looking how it's always looked, just without the technological limitations of the NES.
No, I hate it. I'm sorry.
Ugh.
If you like it, you like it, but like it's such a turn off for me. This looks like
listen, if you don't like it, that's fine, but don't say that this isn't what Mega Man looks like, because this is what Mega Man has always looked like. Mega Man has always been anime and cartoony as hell. Mega Man X, less so.
I would prefer
Mega Man.
If they were going to do this, I would prefer to just go back to the classic NES style again. Just go back to that. That looked great.
That's totally fair. That's totally fine.
Yeah.
But saying that this is not what Mega Man is supposed to look like is objectively wrong.
Ugh. Well, this is not what he should look like to me.
This is what if you take the character design artwork for the NES games, this is what it would look like in 3D.
Okay, I agree with that. This does look like the art that they made for the game come to life. I do agree with that.
Yeah.
But I don't like it though. I just don't.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's totally fine.
Yeah, I don't like it. I think it just looks
I
ugly.
love it. I think it looks great.
You know, and I'm happy for all the people that really like it, because obviously there are people out there that do like it.
And I also love Mega Man, so I'm very happy about this. I don't know why it's called Dual Override and not just Mega Man 12, but who the fuck cares what it's called?
I'm assuming they didn't go with 12. Well, yeah, I don't know why actually. I was gonna say because the other ones were
gap, but there was a
huge
style. Gap between 8 and 9. So
yeah, I don't fucking know. I don't know, man.
If you hate the way this looks, you would hate that Mega Man 7 has a clown man boss.
Oh yeah. I saw him in that trailer coming out of the light, and I'm like, oh fuck, here we go. And then I saw this, and I went.
Looks fantastic. I love it. I love it.
Well, we'll see it in 2 years.
2027.
Jesus.
Coming out on PS4.
Yeah, why even announce it right now? Like, fuck off, Capcom. Like, seriously.
I can't believe... Is it coming out on Xbox One as well? Because it said PS4 there.
It's blocked.
Oh, the fucking shit is covering.
Yeah, I assume so. It just says Xbox. So I'm assuming so. That's probably what that means.
I mean, don't they just brand it as Xbox now?
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure it says Series. Or maybe not. I don't know. Who knows? It's Xbox. Who gives a shit?
PS4, which is hilarious.
Yeah, that's... Like, this would have been the perfect game to say nothing about and then shadow drop this shit at the Summer Games Fest or Game Awards in 2 years. But instead, you've now announced it, and now we're not going to hear about this game for 2 years. What are they going to show?
Here's the problem, is because they know that it's been a while since the last Mega Man game, and they want to get Mega Man fans like me excited for it, and it's working, and I don't know what to tell you, man. I am aware when the advertising is working on me, and it's working.
But you're going to forget about this game for the next 2 years, because...
I'm going to forget about a Mega Man game coming out, okay.
Because it's so far away.
No, I'm not. That's like saying, if Nintendo announced an F-Zero game was coming out in 2 years, you'd fucking forget about it.
If it looked like this, I would. You set me up for that one.
Maybe, so you would hate an F-Zero game that was colorful and looked like anime? I mean, that thing that F-Zero does super, super well?
I don't know.
So well that they made an F-Zero anime series?
I don't know.
It looked great. Maybe the story wasn't amazing, but what do you expect? It's a fucking anime series about racing.
I don't know.
Point is, it looked great.
All right.
Captain Falcon did a Falcon punch so hard that it exploded the universe.
I can't.
Maybe not the whole universe.
It's just a part of it. Oh, well, I think we can both simultaneously agree that ending the show with this was dumb. This is...
What is this? I haven't seen this trailer.
Exactly. They saved the best for last.
Oh boy, what did they do?
This is High Guard. Fuck me, man.
Is this a live service game? Because it looks like a live service game.
Well, we don't know the specifics yet, but it's the next game from the Apex Legends people. So
okay, it's a live service.
It's probably a live service game. Yeah, it's from Respawn, but a new studio that they carved off to do this.
Okay.
It's a free-to-play multiplayer first-person shooter.
It's 100% live service.
Xbox Series X, Windows PC,
No way.
PS5. The only cool thing about it is that it's coming out in 6 weeks. That's kind of cool.
It's 100% a live service shooter then, because
yeah, it looks
like, hey, we're gonna before people forget about it in the sea of other live service shooters, we're gonna announce it, we're gonna get it out, and then we're gonna try and get people hooked and pay a whole bunch of money in microtransactions.
I mean, let's be fair, people will hook, line, and sinker with this game because it's by the former Apex Legends guys. Like, it's got the pedigree, and I'm not saying this game looks bad or is bad, but like, you saved a free-to-play online shooter for the last reveal.
Yeah.
If that doesn't tell you the state of the industry, I don't know what does, man.
I mean, I'm just like, I'm looking at this and I'm seeing like, okay, you're shooting guns on horses. I guess that's kind of cool, but like, is that really an upgrade from being able to ride on the shoulder of a giant robot that you summoned from orbit and crashed down into the middle of the battlefield?
Right.
I don't think it is.
Right. Why didn't they make just Titanfall free game?
They shot too early with Titanfall.
Yeah.
They made like the coolest idea for a game, and then
fucked it up.
Another one that people liked, and then they said, no, you got to work on something else.
Well, it's because they fucked it up by releasing it right next to Battlefield and whatever they released the first one to.
Hell yeah.
Remember that shit? It was like 1 week apart from another game that their publisher had.
Yeah, but I mean, Titanfall did pretty well.
Titanfall 1 did pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 did not do all that well. This is how they ended the Game Awards. This is the graph of how the show started and how it progressed. Just a slow drip, and then just fell off a cliff at the end. He hyped this shit up like it was like the biggest shit in the world. He was like, sometimes in this industry, secrets are kept, blah, 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 and sometimes we shock you.
Yeah, just for another online shooter.
Just for another fucking online shooter that no one gives a shit about. Like, I just... Know your audience, man. People that are watching the Game Awards are not watching it for fucking free-to-play shit.
Yeah.
So, like, they should have ended the show with Divinity. That's how you end a show. Yeah.
The thing that he hyped up with that picture, yeah, that would have actually made sense.
Yeah. I would have lost my shit at the end of the night. Instead, I was like... I was watching it on a feed with Last Stand Media, because they were live streaming their reactions to it, and literally the second that guy appears at the beginning of the shot, this guy, all you hear is just because of the art style. Just it just looks like Overwatch or Fortnite. I mean,
just a hero shooter look.
Just another hero shooter, yeah. And it's like, oh my god, guys, can we not get any more? Like, seriously,
you should have at least opened on that shot of the ship coming down. That at least looks cool. And not like generic hero shooter man.
Yeah. Generic hero shooter man. That's so true.
Yeah, he's got the fucking the Killmonger hairstyle for Black Panther, you know the thing.
Yeah,
the
one that Last Guardian, or not the Last Guardian, the Lost Crown guy had, the Prince of Persia.
Yeah. He's got that. He's got the cape that's only on the one side for some reason. Yeah, it's like, hey, we got all these quirky traits on a character, but he also has got this cool battle armor. Like, yeah, that shit is 100% the recipe for a hero shooter character.
Yeah, I'm so tired of just this crap.
Pinnacle online shooter stuff, yeah.
Just free to play online, soak money out of people for cosmetics crap. I'm just like, I just don't care. And it all looks the same. Yeah. Like we just said, like, I don't know, man.
This could have easily been the announcement trailer for a new Overwatch character.
Yeah. Oh, but you can ride horses.
It probably would have been better if it had been the announcement trailer for an Overwatch character, because then at least it'd been like, oh, he rides a ghost horse that he summons into the arena. That changes things up. But no, it's just another shooter.
Yeah. When that's what you say to the end game reveal of the Game Awards is,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like, oh wow, that's what you went with, eh? That's a
They
choice.
probably paid the most money
Yeah,
to
yeah,
get it featured at the end.
100%, 100%. Yeah,
They were like, we want that closing spot. We want to be the last word on everybody's lips.
yeah. Like they blew their load early with Fate of the Old Republic, Divinity,
Mm-hmm.
and all that other shit that we talked about earlier in the first like hour of the show, and then like everything else just kind of like it's like, oh, that was okay, and then thud right at the end. Which
Yeah.
again, this game's probably going to kill, probably going to absolutely obliterate, and people are going to eat this shit up. And I wish it
Well,
just
that's
wasn't.
assuming they switch over from Apex Legends.
Right? They're basically competing with themselves. And my
Mm-hmm.
only thought is maybe Apex Legends player base is starting to dip, so they're like, come on, we gotta get another one. Let's go. All right.
Maybe,
And
but it's never a good idea to compete with yourself.
no, it's not. It's not.
That's why Blizzard never made World of StarCraft or World of Diablo. They didn't want to pull people away from World of Warcraft.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for the Game Awards. So it was a pretty good show. There was some good shit in there. And the actual presentation of the award show was pretty good as well. I didn't talk about this, but I thought, oh, this is why Andrew doesn't like award shows when Expedition 33 won so many things. I was like, yeah, I guess the winner of best audio, best visuals, best narrative, and best game direction should probably win Game of the Year. And that's exactly what happened. So what's the point of the awards?
Well, the reason I don't like award shows um, is because awards are the kind of thing you give out to people who have quantifiably done better than everyone. Like, so at the Olympics, you give the gold medal to the guy who ran the race the fastest, and then the silver medal to the guy who ran it the second fastest. But this is entertainment, There's
Right.
no
It's
objective metric
subjective.
for yeah, like how do you measure which game was the most fun? Like you don't. There's no way to tell because everybody has a different taste in what's entertaining. So the idea of giving awards, like definitively saying this is the best one that came out this year, to games or movies or TV shows or books or anything like that, like anything where it's subjective like that, I just think it's fucking stupid. You know? It's
It's fair.
not it's not a competition. I mean, financially maybe it is, but it's in terms of like how do you award things, it's literally not a competition. There are no points awarded. It's just what are we feeling,
It's fair. And as we've done seen on the top 50 lists that we've done, your opinion changes over time too.
Yeah.
You might look back and
So
go, "Why did we give that award to that game? Why?" Oh, right.
oh god. I remember that reminds me when I might even have this magazine in my collection. But when the Lord of the Rings movie games came out, those ones that were really good,
Mm-hmm.
based on the Peter Jackson films. One of the magazines, I forget which one, it might have been EGM, but one of the long running ones. They did a review of that, and then they also looked back on, hey, remember that Lord of the Rings game on the Super Nintendo that we reviewed back in the 90s? Here's the score we gave it back then. Here's the score we'd give it if we were ranking it today. And it was like
Wow.
atrociously brutal. Do you remember that Lord of the Rings game where like the delay on the sword was so significant that you had to like swing a second earlier
Was that the
just to
Fellowship of the
get the
Ring?
yeah,
The
on the
bad
Super
one.
Nintendo just to get the wolves to run into the end of your sword.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure we first played that game together after you'd rented it, and we were like, "This is fucking terrible."
Yeah, I think we took it back.
Yeah, it was, and I have gone back to that game like years later to be like, "Did I remember that correctly?" Oh yeah, I did. It was fucking terrible.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen. That's it for the news. That's it for the Game Awards. Which means it's time for...
Screenshot scope. Let's just say it correctly today because I'm tired. Tired, man. We've been going for like 3.5 hours.
Screenshot scope.
It's 10:30, man. It's my birthday. I need dinner.
Is Uncharted?
Maybe.
Oh, it could be Uncharted. Wait, Snow. Could be Uncharted 2. Nope. 84%. Ooh, this looks familiar.
It also looks very different.
Yeah, it does.
Like, where are you going to have snow and palm trees?
Battlefield Bad Company? 84%. That's pretty high.
Well, maybe.
There is a crosshair.
I played Bad Company. It was okay.
Yeah, I liked Bad Company. No? Wow, it certainly looks like Bad Company, though.
Oh, okay, so it's Call of Duty 3, I think.
No, it is a Call of Duty game now.
And it's Call of Duty 2?
Nope. 2008.
Is it World War II? No, it can't be World War II because that was later.
PS3.
I think.
Oh, they're not behind me. Shit, I can't cheat.
Well, it can't be Modern Warfare because you wouldn't have the M1 Garand.
Oh, is it Black Ops 1?
Maybe. I don't know. I didn't play Black Ops 1.
No. Black Ops 2?
Okay, so it's whenever one of the Treyarch ones is.
Yeah,
Do they only make Black Ops?
Yeah, they only made Black Ops, so it's gotta be Black Ops 2.
Is it Black Ops like Cold War?
No, that's a new one.
Okay.
Oh, World at War.
Oh, it was World at War.
I didn't think it was for PS3. Okay, interesting.
Okay, well, whatever. Trying to figure out which Call of Duty game it is like...
Yeah.
Fucking, it could be anything. Who the fuck knows? Oh, is this like the cellular stage in Spore? It's not, but no. It looks like something under a microscope.
Oh, is this Binding of Isaac?
I have no idea. Looks too zoomed out, but I mean, it could be. It could, because it might be zoomed in. Those could be the blood shots. Yeah, it might be Binding of Isaac.
No.
Nope.
It's definitely in that genre, though. Those look like health pickups and money. Yeah.
Art style's very similar. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be much help here.
Oh, this is from the Alien Hominid guys. Is this Alien? Is it? I think so. That art style looks very Alien Hominid-y.
Maybe, but it's not Alien Hominid.
Roguelite shoot 'em up.
I don't know. I have no idea what this is.
I do recognize it. It's not Brotato, is it?
Maybe. Might as well try.
There we go.
Okay.
It is Brotato. Ooh.
Ooh, those are the most messed up tire swings I've ever seen.
I think those are gears.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Oh, I see. Is this Gravity Rush?
Maybe.
It's got that color palette. I feel like we may have had that game, though. No. 70.
I don't recognize this.
No, me either.
It's kind of neat, though.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, that looks kind of cool.
Spooky shit out there in the distance.
No.
Is that a character? What is that? Or is that just like a pile of stuff?
Well, it's a bunny rabbit with a hat on. And a clock. Oh, is this
Alice Madness Returns?
Yeah.
Oh, it is a bunny rabbit. Oh, Jesus, my eyes, man.
Yep, it was Alice Madness Returns. Good shit.
Yeah, okay. That actually makes a lot of sense.
Oh, is this Wolfenstein Old Colossus? Or the
might be. Try it. It does kind of look Wolfen-esque.
Or is it what was the first one? Was it New Order? Or was it yeah, New Order, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Look at that.
There you go.
It's the beginning of the game. That's why I know that, because I haven't beat that game, and I and I know the beginning very well.
Oh, hold on. We got
Like
some kind of
capture
divider
points.
overlay.
Yeah, that looks like capture points, kind of like a.
Well, it almost reminds me of in Death Stranding, the areas that are outside the chiral network, the border right there.
Is it Death
That's
Stranding?
kind of what that looks like. I don't think it's Death Stranding. You could try.
No. Oh,
Yeah.
it's a RTS. It looks like.
Yeah.
Company of Heroes, maybe.
Maybe.
Yep, it's a Company of Heroes game. So there's only 3. Nope, it's the new one.
Oh, try the next one.
Nope, 3. There we go. I never played 3.
I don't know.
That's some pretty good lighting.
Kind of mist light.
I was thinking more like Dishonored 2, but it's.
You can try that.
I think we need more, but. Whoa. Oh. Oh, I know this.
It was like flame zombies or some shit.
Yeah, is this Midnight Suns? This might be Midnight Suns.
Maybe.
Nice.
There you go.
Highly recommend people play that game. It is so good.
Yeah, I've never played it.
Oh, it's fantastic. If you like tactical based combat, that is a great, great, great game. The only problem with it is it's not replayable at all. I tried to replay it because I was like, I love this game, and I tried to replay it, and I went, yeah, this game's fucking huge. I can't. There's so much story. It's one of those games where it's like, I can't sit through that again. But it's a great first experience. Well, that looks real familiar.
Yeah, that looks kind of like a Rare game.
I was thinking like a Dragon Quest, because it looks like a shop, like where you walk up to the shop and you buy something.
Oh yeah, it does look like a shop.
Because that looks like a feather, that symbol, or some sort of symbol to indicate what kind of shop it is. You know.
Yeah.
But I don't know. And there's a person there, I think.
I mean, you could try one of the Dragon Quest games. They've all, at this point, had 3D remakes, so it could literally be any of them. Nicely done.
What in the name?
Nicely done.
Wow. That's crazy. I was just like, the only one I played is 7, so I'll go with 7. That's hilarious. Was that the last one?
That was 8 that you picked.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. It was VII.
Oh, shit. I did it by accident. Cool. Awesome. All right, we'll stop there since it's as late as it is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that has been Press Pause, a gaming podcast, episode 73. If you want to follow me on the socials, I'm at TJ-Leo on BlueSky.
And I am at Ninjas on BlueSky.
You can email us at co.opt.podcast@gmail.com. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and join the Co-op Club Discord community server, where you can find myself and so many others talking about wrestling, gaming, and more. And if you're so inclined, patreon.com/co-op entertainment, where you can throw us a few bucks to help support the channel. We appreciate your support. Until next time. That's all I heard. That's all I heard was.
Yeah. You're waiting for me, but I always wait for you. You do. Then I try to squeak it in at the end.
Get it, give me.
He's hovering over the button.